Hello, everybody. This is Least coming at you with Stromkarlen. We're going for yet another apocalypse show match. I know you've all been waiting for it. We've got BenElton. We've got LittleChava. We're being observed by the one, the only, Xenoacoop. And it is sponsored by CPL. Strom, what is CPL?
For those of you just tuning in now, CPL is short for Coach Pupil League. It's a league in the foreign brood war community that focuses on players being able to, meet other people who are enthusiastic about the game, find practice partners, and overall improve at the game. We split the players into teams, and each team is assigned a group of volunteer coaches that are accomplished players in the foreign community, and those coaches help the players throughout the league prepare for their matches and generally improve at the game. So if you're not part of it, you should definitely join the waitlist today by private messaging either myself or LaserSnipe on Discord. And if you're not on our Discord channel, the CPL Discord, you should definitely join that. I believe there is a link on Team Liquid, and somebody might be kind enough to post one for you in the stream chat if you ask.
And while we're here, before we get started, let's give a quick shout out to BSL. BSL, the Bombastic Star League, is yet another foreign tournament. It's a great opportunity to ladder under a BSL nickname. If you haven't created a ladder account and you do ladder, might as well make it under a BSL nickname. The more people involved in the ladder stage and the more participants they have, the more likely they are to get sponsored. So if you like BSL, go ahead, make a ladder account for them. And with that in mind, we've got both our players ready. Strom, are you ready?
I'm almost ready. I think that before we start, we should just say that we did mention it's an apocalypse style show match. This is our 5th show match of this style, but if you haven't tuned in to any of the 4 previous matches, I should let you know that the map pool is going to be the 8 CPL maps plus Escalade. It is a best of 9, however, it is end of the world style in honor of the apocalypse, so we will be playing all 9 maps, and it is PVZ today. We have BenElton, our Protoss player from Team Passion Daddies, and LittleChava, our Zerg player and assistant coach, Tier 0 player from Samyang Fire. And I think we're ready to hop into game 1.
All right, let's get it. We've got game 1 ready to go.
It's going to be on Sylphid. It's our first map. The map pool is set, the order. It's not loser picks or anything.
And I do see chat. I see that my overlay is not up yet, but I'm fixing it as we speak. Don't worry.
All right, so map 1 is Sylphid. We have a LittleChava, our Zerg player, on the left-hand side, and our Protoss player, BenElton, in the bottom right corner. LittleChava, a.k.a. DM Keen. Actually, I didn't realize he was on DM.
Yeah, he's been on DM for a little bit.
I didn't actually know that.
He's been on DM for a little bit now. But, for once in our lifetime, I am the one that knows the lore of StarCraft and Strom does not. Let's get it. We're winning out here, folks. So PVZ, everyone's favorite matchup. I know it's me and Strom's favorite because we both actually know stuff about the matchup.
Yeah, it's always a great time when we get to cast PVZ because it's not just like one person talking and the other person being confused, or just both of us being confused. Which, to be fair, a lot of it is just both of us being confused, but
Yeah, for sure. I mean, pretty much the worst it could possibly get for us is TVT, but if we have a TVT end of the world show match, that's really the end of the world. No one's going to tune in. Everyone's like, I would rather get Corona than watch TVT. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Can you imagine if it was like best of 9 TVT, play all maps, and it like the games went long?
Oh my
We'd be casting
gosh.
for like 5 hours, and we would just have no idea what was going on.
We would just be making jokes the entire time. Ooh, we got an 11 Nexus from BenElton, starting things off with a little bit of spice.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a good build unless Zerg goes for early lings. But it looks like Zerg is not going for early lings, so I think he is going to get away with this and get that nice kind of eco edge. These players are both tier 0 in CPL, which is kind of that top tier, kind of 1750 plus ish MMR. Of course, MMR isn't always that standard, so it's kind of a loose definition. BenElton, I think, is fairly new to the Brood War scene. I know when the coaches were drafting players at the beginning of the season, I did hear one or two people call him the new Tim, which, for those of you who don't know, IRK Tim is a Protoss player who kind of got really good a couple years ago and got good really quickly. So I think this guy is like new-ish and has improved a lot recently from what I've heard about him, but I don't actually know him that well. So it makes me curious to see some of his games, especially PVZ, because I know he knows Silver, Soul Z Silver, and Silver said that his PVZ is really good. So I'm really curious to see how he's going to play this series.
Yeah, that could spell some bad news for FBW's favorite LittleChava. Uh, we'll see. We'll see how good they match up, though. We're coming off a 5-4 the last matchup. Strom, I believe in your match picking now. We're ready.
All right. To be fair, the last one was a fluke because someone dropped out, but you know.
You know, sometimes you just got to take the
It turned out really
W.
good.
You just got to take the W.
Yeah. But, you know, I think it should be a good match. Like, Chava is a very strong Zerg player, and I think his ZVP is his strongest matchup. Plus, he had a ZVP last week in CPL, so he has been practicing this matchup. And this match specifically has been set up for a while. So he's had quite a bit of time to prepare. Both players have.
All right, other than the 11
All right,
Nexus,
everything just looking standard.
Yeah, everything looking so standard so far. Getting a lair from Chava, getting a Stargate from BenElton.
Speaking of last series, this is like basically the complete opposite of last series, even though we have the same matchup so far. Like,
Yeah,
the most different
last
you
series,
could possibly get.
So cheesy. This series, we're just gonna have to kill time for like hours before it finally gets into a.
Yeah, we'll just have to let them macro.
Exactly. Dang, this is so much harder to cast now. I realized. Wow. Wow.
All right, we do see Chava just kind of building up to sixlings there. Very standard. He doesn't have an overlord right in front of the natural, but he has enough lings right now that if a zealot were to move across the map, he would be able to catch that and kill it. Does manage to get that scouting probe. And we see Protoss just going for a Stargate build. So very standard. Looks like in good timing too. Right? The Sarah starting at like 5:15 on the clock.
Yeah, that's great timing. That's great timing. And Stargate, he was able to keep his probe alive until the Corsair was starting. So I mean, there's just not going to be enough time for Zerg to do anything cheeky before the Corsair comes out. Really a nice combo.
From Zerg here, though, we have a lair but no spire build, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no spire. So I'm not sure if he forgot his spire and that was a mistake, or if he's going to... His Hydra Den should be almost done, so maybe he's planning on getting a couple of Hydras to stop the Corsair. I think that probably... Yeah, Hydras to stop the Corsair. So this kind of build where you skip the Spire is going to make the Hydra pressure move out be about at least 30 seconds faster. This kind of Hydra move out should hit the base at about 8 minutes. So I think he's probably going to build a couple control groups of Hydras and try and punish the front, force Protoss to throw up some cannons, and then either he'll all in on that or go into a macro game.
I'd like to see.
Really?
I'm sorry.
You'd like to see what? Oh, I was going to say it's a really strong build as long as you don't lose too many overlords from the Corsairs, but I see he's only lost one so far. Looks like BenElton moving out with some speed zealots at a pretty early timing. So this pressure will still be legitimate against the build that Chava is doing, even though he has his Hydras quicker. The zealot move out is quicker, so everything's just kind of offset by about 30 seconds. It seems like. Does manage to get a second overlord with that Corsair that's out on the map, so that's frustrating for Zerg.
Yeah, especially later on when you're not expecting it. I feel like when the Overlord first comes out, you can just make a couple. But when you're not seeing it coming... Oh my god. Alright, this fight, I don't know if Protoss should take, but BenElton a lot better than me at PVZ, so... It looks like he got plenty
he definitely
of kills.
needs to run away. He definitely needs to run away. This Hydra move out right now is really scary, and these Zealots, if they get caught on the map and killed, I think Zerg can just bust. Like, he needs to keep these Zealots alive unless he wants to have to throw down, like 4 more cannons. This is super scary for Protoss right now. Okay, looks like he does have his cannons finished at the front. A couple High Templar out as well.
And I'm going to take a note out of Tasteless book here. Just because he has cannons up and Storm does not necessarily mean he can hold unless he gets some good storms. Like, I didn't believe it could happen, and then it happened to me a couple days ago. Oh my gosh, it looks like he's just going to bust. Doesn't have Storm quite ready on time.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get all the cannons here.
This is the most frustrating thing.
This is 8:30, and his Zealots were out on the map. So this, Protoss just lost a ton of probes. Zealots are going to come back and try and hold this. I think one High Templar got picked off there. Doesn't get both quite yet. Not sure if... Looks like Chava is just rallying Hydras right now, to me. So this is pretty all-in on Zerg's end. He did get quite a few probes already, so he shouldn't be feeling too bad about that. Alright, everyone just kind of regrouping for a second here. Going to pick off a couple of those Zealots that are kind of on the map. Oh no, and the Corsair is going to try and get some of these Overlords that Chava left at home. If he is planning on going all in, he should bring all of the Overlords with him.
Storm's still not ready. This is... Never mind, Storm just finished, but... He
Storm
just
finished and the High Templar gets picked off.
Chava can just outproduce him, man.
Yeah. There's so many Hydras coming out of Chava right now.
And we do have 7 gateways from BenElton, but I don't think it's going to be enough, man.
Yeah, we'll see how he manages to rally. Looks like he hasn't been supply blocked because he made enough Overlords. And looks like he also got Lurker upgrade. So he is going to be... If he doesn't manage to kill Protoss here, there is going to be a very strong Lurking chain. But
and he does tap out.
By BenElton. Alright, very strong first game from our Zerg player. What a crazy build. I approve.
Very strong. Build Hydras, win game. Very good.
Yeah. I don't think that... I feel like BenElton maybe didn't identify that the Hydra timing was going to be so much faster, because he kind of kept his Zealots on the map. And with that kind of timing, I feel like you really have to just go home and try and defend.
I feel like with that kind of timing, you really just have to lose. But that's just a biased Protoss perspective. I don't know. I'm going to try and leave the call real quick. My screen is really laggy. Chat, let me know if you can see anything on the screen, but I'll be right back. A little bit better. A little bit better. Sorry about that, folks.
All right, our next map here is going to be Eddie. So nice big map for map 2. Big macro map, big macro game, right? And with the way that they opened this last game, I feel like we might even get our big macro map, big macro game.
Let's find out. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be... if both players just commit to playing pretty standard, we could indeed get the patented big macro game. We'll see what happens here. I just think late game PvZ is so fun for both sides. So it actually, even though it would be a little harder for us to cast at the beginning because we're just filling time, I would love to see it. So much going on.
Hey, if there is something that we are capable of doing, it is filling time with not having content.
Exactly. We could start a podcast, man. What are we doing? Tasteless has a podcast. Artosis has got the stream.
Yeah.
Strom and Least.
We should have a podcast. We're gonna call it Big Macro Game.
Big Macro Game. Wow. I thought we were gonna call it Least
Big Macro
Trash,
Big Macro Podcast.
Big Macro Podcast.
Oh, Least is Trash is good too.
I like it. I like it. Alright, it looks like we're just about ready to get into it.
All right, so here on map 2, we have DM Keen or LittleChava in the top right, and we have our Protoss player BenElton in the top left. So we do have horizontal spawns in this map. I do feel like if Zerg and Protoss are not in horizontal spawns, and you have that opposite horizontal spawn base open, that like far third turtle is super strong on this map. It's a little bit closer. I think that's harder to pull off in vertical positions because the rush distance is a little bit longer.
Yeah, I agree, and it just seems like you get a little bit better angles as Protoss to attack both sides. Whereas,
yeah,
like you said, it's so close. It's so close at the horizontal spawns that you could practically move your whole army there, especially early on when it's just lings. That's when I find it's really, really difficult for Zerg. You can just send zealots both ways, and they're like, how do I hold this whole thing? But when it's this short of a distance between them, it's a little bit easier.
All right, but Least. Is
9
that a spawning
pool? Is that... Wait, was that a 9 pool? I can't even see the supply because my screen is so bad. What the heck is happening right now?
I know. Mine is actually 2. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 drones. Like... I think it was a 5 pool.
Oh,
I think it was a 5 pool.
All right. I stand corrected. We're not having big macro game.
No, well, unless we have the same kind of 5 pool we had last series.
Oh my gosh, if we have that again. No spoilers, but that was a good game. Highly recommend watching
That
it.
was a really good game.
Let's see what BenElton's response is.
Okay, so he's going to go Forge first, and he did scout this really soon, which is lucky. The response is to throw a cannon down in the main, right?
That's what I think the response is. But the tricky thing, as I've learned as a terrible Protoss, is you got to throw down the cannon in a place that covers both the mineral line, but also your future gateways. Because if it doesn't cover 2 future gateways, the Zerglings just kill them indefinitely and then win the game anyways. So it's actually a little bit trickier than it might seem. But, I mean, throwing down a cannon, it's not too bad. Let's see if he can probe drill long enough to keep this cannon alive.
Alright, so we look like Chava is going to target the Nexus immediately.
Oh my gosh, Lings do so much damage so quickly.
Yeah, I don't know that was the best choice there, actually. Targeting the Nexus.
He's just demonstrating his superiority here. He's like, you know what, I don't even have to kill probes, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is the the 5-pool macro game. Again, he did build 8 lings, I think, but it does look to me on the mini map like he's going to take his natural right away here. Yeah.
And this is the tricky thing. You can see the Zerglings are killing the... Oh, never mind. The cannon just covers it. That's wild. I didn't realize that the cannons... My cannons never have that far range. What is happening right now? This is absurd.
BenElton's cannons just shoot further than yours.
They do.
He's
I don't
just better.
understand. I don't understand.
Oh, you have on the stream, you have the map marked Escalade, by the way.
Oh, I'll fix that.
Oh man, is that the second gateway?
That
Right,
is the
okay. He
second
does get
gateway.
a zealot out though. So even though those gates are not in range with the cannons, he is going to drive those lings away. And looks like Chava is droning behind this. Or Keen. I guess we should call him DM Keen. I think Zerg's behind. He didn't even get the forge.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you there. If I was of the opinion that Zerg could ever be behind in this matchup, I would tend to agree with you there. Unfortunately, I am not. So, we'll see what happens.
Alright, yeah. We do see a zealot moving across the map, but there are enough lings out to deal with that. Losing the zealot, not ideal for Protoss. Of course, you never want to be losing those zealots that you send across the map.
Chava has
third
mercy.
base also going down for Chava. No, he's just gonna counter. He's got lots of lings. Oh, he's moving back to try and get that forge that he missed earlier. Good call on his part, I think, because I think not getting the forge initially was a mistake. Definitely
Yeah,
need
I
to get
agree.
that forge.
Just get as much damage
Yeah.
as you possibly can when you're as committed as a 5-pool.
Yeah, for sure. He did get kind of unlucky in the fact that it got scouted so early. Looks like he did just get gas to get link speed. And BenElton does get supply blocked after he loses that second pylon he made at the natural. This zealot really low on health, so
Yeah,
should
this
go
zealot
down
should get cleaned up
before he
really
gets a
quickly
drone.
here.
Yeah. Doesn't lose a single drone. And we do have an overlord in the main of Protoss, so Chava can see exactly what is going on and that Protoss has not expanded yet. Always important to know as a third player when Protoss expands.
Going for Stargate, always good as a Protoss player. BenElton just strikes me as the kind of guy... He is on my team, on Team Passion Daddies. But he just strikes me as the kind of guy that enjoys his scouting information. You know, anytime... I see a lot of Protosses in this day and age go a lot heavier for the Speed Zealot timings. But BenElton, both games so far, getting a Stargate, even when it's gone a little crazy.
Yeah, I think that's very strong, just getting the Stargate. I think we were talking about it the other day when we had a 3-hatch Hydra in one of our matches. And you're like, I like skipping Stargate against this. And I was like, but when they skip Stargate, I feel better as Zerg because I don't know what I'm doing.
Spoilers.
Wait.
No, I'm just playing.
Hey, we've casted like 2 or 3 PBCs.
Very true.
I think it's a given that one of them was a 3-hatch Hydra.
I mean, yeah, it's a given that dirty Zerg players are going to 3-hatch Hydra all the time. No, I'm just playing.
Okay, so we do have a Corsair out at a pretty good time, and I don't think Chava has any anti-air even started. And he also doesn't really have a lot of extra overlords.
Oh my gosh. He's going for a huge
really
bust. He has so many Zerglings.
Oh, yeah, lots of lings.
Only like 3 of them are able to attack at a time, and you can't really see how many because
Yeah, he's dead.
He's
super dead.
Wow. He's just continuing to stream
He doesn't have any anti-air.
If he wins this game, there is no justice in the world. He's good.
Okay, he does get down the ramp. That is a lot of Zerglings, and they are not slowing down. He does have to get on top of this cannon and kill this cannon. We'll see if he can manage it. It is in a very good spot that the probes can kind of block.
Cannon goes down. Zergling's just killing everything.
We just have Zerglings all over the place, just killing everything in Protost's main.
Oh my gosh. No justice.
I think when he saw that amount of lings, he had to throw down a couple extra cannons.
That would make sense.
Alright. So Protoss doesn't lose all of his probes. Has a couple zealots out. Chava is supply blocked now, so what you see is kind of what you get at the moment as far as lings go, because the overlords can kind of keep any additional overlords from living long enough to actually build anything. So Protoss can still hold. He just has to live right now. He just has to live versus these lings, and he'll be okay.
And every second these lings are fighting these zealots is 1 second longer that the cannon has to go up. So it's very possible that he survives. But lings just streaming in, so difficult to fight.
Right, BenElton not having enough money right now to build another cannon. Man, it looks like Chava pre-built some overlords, so he is going to manage to... Oh, yeah. There's some overlords hiding on the map. So he does manage to keep making some lings. So the battle continues here.
The thing is, with Corsairs out, and he doesn't really have any anti-air, does he? Can he get up to a critical mass?
He has no anti-air.
Can he get up to a critical mass of Zerglings to win this game? I'm not convinced, but I guess we'll find out if this will do the trick.
Well, he lost so many probes, so he doesn't even have probes to drill anymore, is the thing. Yes, the cannon goes down. Alright, 6 probes left for BenElton. Does bring the Corsairs home. Looks like Chava going to try and get +1 attack for his lings. Or Keen. I feel like maybe he's playing under DM Keen. We should be calling him Keen.
Yeah, let's call him Keen. Let's call him by... I don't know, though. Because, you know, it's like Shuttle and Eyewater. No one's going to call this man Eyewater. Oh, you know what he got the Evo Chamber for was the Spore Colony. That's smart.
Oh, that makes sense. Man, I didn't even think of that, and I'm a Zerg player. Alright. So we do have, like, some kind of weird stabilization going on here. I suppose. Chava's still building links.
I think if he's able to...
Oh, DT. That's smart.
Will he just take out the third base completely?
Yeah, I don't think he can stop it, really. Well, he might get enough lings. Looks like he left. Maybe I think he went home with the zealots.
But he just can't keep an overlord alive at the third, right? Because he doesn't have a spore colony.
Alright, Hydrogen does go down. Chava just losing so many overlords, though. Man, those zealots need to go home.
Another mass ling attack. Chava's ultimate plan.
These zealots being caught on the map is actually so bad. Although I guess the longer he can distract... Yeah, it is a weird game. The longer he can keep the lings out of his base. Yeah, we do see him kind of like running around and countering with zealots. If he can get some drones... I don't know why he's attacking the Spore, actually. I guess if he just takes it out, that's good. He can come in with Corsairs.
Yeah, he just really wants to get this Corsair harass done, it seems like.
Yeah.
Chava,
and this is forcing the lings to come home.
Yeah.
Well, I think he kind of has to, because he would just lose every drone. And he's going to lose every overlord.
This
okay,
Corsair
we do have a Hydra out
so
now.
Frustrating. Finally get some anti-air that's mobile.
Right, the 3 zealots are going to make it into the main, so he is going to scout exactly what's going on for Zerg. which is not that much. And at the same time, he is sending 2 DT across the map to the third base. And this, with the start of the DT tech, this is the official end of any kind of Ling bust for certain, because there are no overlords. There are no overlords around to stop it. Oh man, does lose 1 DT trying to get into the natural, but the overlords are still slow, so he should be able to get this third hatch, no problem.
Yeah, he can just... DT, I think, was a really good choice, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
You can kill the third, you can take your own natural very safely, put down a bunch of cannons before the Hydras and Overlord speed get done. You're just so far ahead technology-wise since you decided to go for a Ling bust.
Yeah, well, he just can't stop you because he can't get overlords across the map because he doesn't have a lair. And you have Corsairs, so it's just like, it's not possible. Alright, so that third hatchery is going to go down. We do see the lair started for Chava. We might have to stop after this game and see if we can do something about the stream quality.
Yeah, we'll just call the next break after this game and see if we can restart the stream quality a little better. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah, if it's any consolation to you, it's not Twitch, it's actually just the Discord stream we have going, so we can't see the supplies either. I think it's Keen at 23, Keen 33, Elton 39, says our lovely observer Zeno here. 39.
Zeno keeping us in the loop. Attaboy.
Yeah. All right, a couple more DT on the map here. And we have stabilized.
There's something about
Protoss is going to get up a natural
in this series, man.
Yeah. 5 pool. See, it's just, you know what? It's my influence. I said it was going to be a big macro game, and now it feels obligated to be a big macro game.
You know, you got me there. I was trying to come up with a witty response, but you're just too influential. It's impossible to stop.
It's true. Even the players who can't hear me listen to me, guys.
Yeah, this DT just being so annoying. Forever taking away the possibility of a third base until Overlord speed gets done.
Alright, he did get a lair, so it should be on the way soon. Looks like he is going to just walk it over with the Hydras, too. Got a good amount of Hydras on the map.
Hydras of all time about to...
And Overlord speed is finished.
This is hilarious with the quality being this way because it's like the DT is actually invisible.
True.
Especially
invisible
on the blue map, you can't
to
see
Chava?
anything.
Invisible to us. Yeah, the navy blue is hard to see. Like, I can't see his in-game name very well either.
Oh, Chava sending over some Hydras. Is it possible he's trying to bust? I don't think he has enough. Storm's probably finished by now, and he does have a few cannons up, but let's see what happens.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think Storm is... Well, hopefully Storm's done. He did get that Templar tech out on one base, so...
Oh my gosh, these DTs are so annoying.
That's a great DT. Yeah, Storm is done, so gonna just drive these Hydras back. Oh, and does lose the only... Oh, he does have another Overlord, so it'd be okay. Alright, looks like Chava's setting up for a Lurker Contain here. Off of 2 bases. Does manage to drive that DT away from his third. And I guess the story of this game is going to be whether or not Protoss can break the Lurker Contain.
Yeah, I think as soon as it's it's Chava's best chance to get into it. Don't get back into it. Don't get me wrong, because he's been on 2 bases as a long time. Something you never want to see is Zerg. But I don't feel strongly that he's gonna hold this for a super long time, though.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of lurkers. Does Protoss have a robo? Alright, does lose one lurker.
Let's check out his base. Yeah, it looks like no robo yet. Possibly in his natural, maybe. Robo just going down.
Just started. Alright, so this lurker contain not going to be broken quickly. But he does manage to get out with his Corsairs. He's going to scout what's going on. Zerg only just starting to mine from his third hatchery here. The thing is, though, is that Zerg, was on 2 base, but Protoss was on 1 base for a really long time. And he did lose a lot of probes to the follow-up Ling bust.
That's very true.
So, I feel like it really depends on... Like, the supplies are pretty close. I feel like it depends on how well BenElton breaks out of this lurker contain. You know? Like,
yeah,
I feel
I'm
like
totally with you.
I feel like this is okay for Chava. I don't feel like it's terrible.
It would be easier to tell. The no supply thing is especially brutal for me because since my game knowledge is non-existent, I pretty much just use the supplies to tell me who's winning and who's losing. But I guess we'll find out as the game goes. Keen has 82. Elton has 95.
Right. So I still think this is okay for Zerg.
Starting to get
see, these contains are really hard to break. He needs to just not lose his observers. That wasn't a very good storm. Does bleed some units. He does manage to save that Templar, which is really important. But if Protoss can't break out of this contain, the game is just going to end.
It does look like he's starting to reach a critical mass of Dragoons, but he does lose the observer.
There is an observer there. There's an observer there. Did he have 2 before?
Oh, I just saw 1 observer get picked off. Yeah, he had 2 before.
Okay. That's good. It's trying to target these lurkers with those Dragoons. That's a lot of lurkers from Zerg, though. And this choke is kind of brutal for Protoss, to be honest.
Yeah,
looks
pretty
like he's
nice
using
storm
those zealots to kind of
lurkers.
suicide. Yeah, he's using the zealots to suicide and see where the lurkers are so that he can storm them more accurately. Is losing a lot of units, so trying to get out of here.
Yeah, and the thing with lurker contains is generally in a more standard game, the way you win is just by going and killing them after the lurker contain is finished. So in this more offbeat game where Keen has been on 3 bases for a shorter amount of time and he doesn't have a 4th base up yet, I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like he's not even able to bust out of the contain quite yet. I might have gone a little bit too quickly.
Yeah, so he got a lot of those lurkers, but then he ended up fighting with Dragoons just against Hydras. And, based on some, recent pro ZVPs that I've seen, we know that Dragoons are, garbage against Hydras.
Oh my gosh.
And GG is called from BenElton.
The 5 pool into no damage, into Ling Bust, into killing a bunch of probes, into lurker contain, into GG. Feels bad, man.
I feel like I should make it a requirement from now on that you were required to you're required to 5 pool at least once in the series if I ask you to play a best of 9.
That would be pretty good. So I think we're going to take our break 1 game early, try to fix these stream quality issues for you guys. Our next map.
Yeah.
What's our next map going to be?
I had decided, but I forget.
That's all right. We'll tell you.
Bloody Ridge. Bloody Ridge. Our next one is going to be Bloody Ridge.
Okay, so we'll
So
see you
stay tuned. I
guys.
think Lise does have a little something to play during the break, and we're gonna try and get the stream quality issue fixed.
Lengths before Mutas and kind of ambush that T-Rex Academy push. And now he's going to go into his 9 mutas and looks like straight into Winter immediately to defend that third base. And you can see what I was talking about earlier in that phase about the just kind of like the area being a little bit smaller, so it should be fairly easy to defend the first.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So the relatively quick lurker play, even though he got his mutas out of everything, but only going for the 9 mutas, am I correct? Yeah. Can we see how many mutas?
I think so. I think it was like 9 mutas. I only saw him make them. We'll see if he flies more or if he does not. Kurt's not quite defending the bait. Yeah, this is going very well for Kurt right here. Just getting that first push, like, just kind of bodied for Karen, makes Kurt's position very strong in the map, and I expect him to go probably straight into high. Just based on how fast he got those orders. Now look,
Yeah,
Queen's coming down right now.
you're killing it right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, this guy's I've been playing with this guy for like the past 5 days. He's been teaching me stuff, so.
Very true, very true. Always helps when you're casting something.
It is. Yeah, true. And I know Father as well pretty well. So. Muta's taking a bunch of damage on the one right now, but did only lose 2, so still got some container power with that, especially with Terran being kind of even in supply on there. Of course, when you have mutas out, it's a little bit of a supply buff for sure. Hey, what do you think of this?
I know it doesn't tell the whole story, but like Warp Gates just pointed out, the supplies being even, it looks like a really good game for Art of Turtle. He's got the advantage from the jump with the lanes surrounding the push. Had some good muta harass, found a weak point. I think everything's going right for AOT. We'll probably go into game 3 even. But Father's pushing out. Let's see how this goes.
We'll see if he, in this case, because he stayed back, I think that Arctic's going to have time to get. Oh, he hasn't started his work with yet. Oh, he's got
3
there.
hours.
Natural though. Father can just bust his natural right now.
Man, if Father busts the natural before these lurkers finish, that would be such a disappointing ending.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure that's what. Well. Yeah. So Karen can just do this.
Terrence,
I think that Zerg will hold eventually. But this is definitely nice for. It's better for Father after doing damage like this.
oh my gosh, he's gonna get so many drone kills with these drones just sitting right there.
So many drones.
Oh,
That's like a full control group of drones. I think he just got every single drone that was at the natural. Yeah, if you take a look at the supply, Zerg was like almost ahead of the supply. Oh my god, he even moved the drones back to natural. He moved some from the main too, so I think he has like 3 drones
oh my
left in the main.
gosh. You gotta wonder, like, Art of Turtle's not as much of a tilter as Father is, but like, you gotta wonder what kind of impact that had on his mental game. Like, you got me feeling so good after all the initial encounters, and then to just lose that many drones like that.
Oh man. I guess the nice thing about the middle of this map is if you have lurkers there, Terran just can't go through.
Very
You have to go around the high ground. So yeah, if you just look at the supply, like before that fight, like before he ran into the natural, they were both at about 75 supply, and now Art of Turtle down to 47 and Father up to 84. So this looking much better for a Terran player. We do have 2 Evo Chambers and the Defiler mount out. So we'll see if Zerg can get into Defilers and hang on a little bit and try and get ultras, but no units at the third base.
No units at the third. He's running back as fast as he can, but he's just getting picked off as he goes.
The thing is he's kind of doing this like battle Zerg style with the lurkers, but the problem is he doesn't actually have +1 carapace on the lurkers, so they're just not doing very well against the bio. I think the bio probably has upgrades too. 1-0 on the bio. So
yeah, that's extremely
there's the 1+1 carapace upgrade to fight that kind of head to head, which is what he's trying to do.
AOT
Let's have the
does have
bio trap
Defiler
there.
tech. You can
But
make
there's
some
a
magic
drop
happen.
ship on the map.
Oh my gosh. Father making absolutely sure he doesn't get counterattacked with 4 bunkers in his natural.
I mean, it might seem excessive, but like he saw the amount of lurkers that were on the map. Second dropship scouted, but first drop not scouted yet.
And we're back, everybody. Hopefully the stream is now not 2002 quality. Appreciate your patience on that. We've got 7 more games of Chava versus BenElton coming at you. Neo Bloody Ridge up next. Let me fix the title of the map.
Right. It's always good when you remember to fix the overlay before the game starts.
That is also
I'm always proud of you.
one of my favorites is when I actually, except for the awkward 30 seconds when it's like in the wrong spot and you just can't see anything anyways. Alright, there we go. And both players are just about to be ready.
Right. I did also download the Discord app, so now I am watching this on my computer and on my phone. So not only is it less blurry, I can also see the supplies because they're big enough to see. You know?
Yeah. Living the dream. Living the dream. Oh,
Alright, so our next map is Neo Bloody Ridge, and we do have DM Keen, aka LittleChava, our Zerg player in the top right, and we have BenElton, our Protoss player in the bottom left. Sticking with the navy and teal. These guys are attached to their colors.
Yeah, yeah. And we got... It's funny, sometimes, I know this is ridiculous, but sometimes when I'm losing a bunch, I switch the colors up just to see what happens. Doesn't tend to work with me so well, but I am surprised our boy BenElton trying to make a comeback here hasn't done anything as far as that goes yet.
Well, to be fair, he lost to a Hydra Bust, and then he kind of lost to a weird 5-pool all-anything. So, you know, he just has to live. I feel like he just needs to live. He needs to get to that, like, 12-minute mark of the game and get his push out.
That's the thing. That's easier said than done. It's the same way.
Yeah.
I roast Terrans for this consistently when they're like, TVP is so hard. And I'm like, you just survive for 12 minutes and then A move. And they're like, no, dude, it's not that easy. But it's the same way in this matchup.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because, like, ZVT is kind of like that as well, except maybe more like 15, 17 minutes. Like, you have to live until ultras. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can do, if you're going for late game, like, sometimes you can do damage with mutos or whatever, but if you're going for late game, you just have to live, like, uneconomically hindered to some degree until you get ultras out. Alright, so we are going to have this probe be a little bit annoying, try and block the hatchery for Zerg.
This is a nice probe. This is a nice
probe. It's a pretty annoying probe, yeah. Alright. Oh, looks like he is going to eventually get it down. Was delayed by about, I think, 150 minerals, so decent delay there. Nice kind of, it just messes with your build a little bit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like a lot of the times, like if your natural isn't blocked, you can build your 16th drone out of your natural, and then you can build the overlord out of the main. So the drone that hatches into the natural makes it to the minerals faster than having it rally from the main to the natural. So it's just like a slight like larva deficiency, and then like a slight eco hinderment that goes along with that. So it's just like more comfortable to not have it blocked, essentially, but not a huge deal.
Right, for sure, for sure. And the biggest thing as a Protoss when you do that is to not take too much damage on the probe, because if you do, then the scouting information is more valuable than slightly delaying their hatchery. But BenElton, you see, took 0 hull damage. Super nice job there. So shields obviously recharge. He was able to get as much scouting information as he felt was necessary without losing the probe.
Right. I don't think he scouted. He scouted the gas timing. Still has that probe alive. Only 2 lings out for Chava so far. Probably going to build that count up to 6 or 8 pretty quick after his next Overlord hatches. But it looks like BenElton going to get back into the main and scout the lair. So nothing fishy from Zerg here yet. Oof, taking some damage on that probe.
Nothing fishy does not necessarily mean not dangerous. He can still go for a powerful Hydra bust later on in the game. We'll see what happens.
Right. But nothing that the first scouting probe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, didn't catch. It looks like Chava is going to get this probe with only 2 lings, which is very nice for Zerg to be able to get rid of that scout. Yeah, looks like he is building up to 6 lings now. BenElton still keeping his probe alive. Nice micro. And also keeping in the main. It's going to go out through the natural and scout the Spire. So this is a different build than we saw in Sylphid. If he does go for the Hydra timing, it's going to hit about 30 seconds to 40 seconds later than the last one.
Yeah, so that should be enough. The brutal thing about the sulky build that Chava did in the first game is that BenElton didn't have Storm ready right as the Hydras were there. It took him about 20-30 seconds, and by that time, the cannons were all already dead.
Right, we did see he did build extra cannons, so he did recognize the kind of danger of the build, but he had his speed zealot push kind of on the map instead of kind of at home to push the Hydras back and keep the cannons alive until Storm finished. So I think that might have been... Maybe he needed 1 more cannon, and if he had those zealots at home, I think he would have been safe from that push. This is just very standard, stock standard coming out of Chava here. 3-edge Spire, 5-edge Hydra.
And we're going back to the 2002 quality. This is... I'm going to beat chat to the point.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. It's a little bit better, though. The Spire
I can still read the supply.
The Spire is finished by the time the Corsair comes up, which means it is not safe for the Corsair to try and kill an Overlord. Always a little helpful tip for newer Protosses to know.
Do you see these Scourge gonna come out and just chase that Corsair back home?
Don't you mean Scourge?
Scourges.
Scourges.
Scourges. Oh. Alright, that second set of Scourge just coming in and going to scout what's going on in the main of Protoss. Sees the air weapons upgrading and the Corsair still building. So yeah, very standard game out of both sides so far.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm living the dream, learning some stuff. I thought at first, a couple matches ago when we first saw a PVZ on this map, that the forge on the right was a mistake. But now that I see like multiple people doing it, I think I might just be stupid. So the realization hurts, but I can't lie to you. At least now I know. At least now.
Right.
We got
That's the real goal, is to learn.
Exactly, especially as a hard stuck 1500, anything you can learn helps out a bit. We've got this 730 really push coming out. He seems like a big fan of this push, which is kind of surprising because personally, I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, I feel like just getting a faster Templar Archives is a little bit better.
Yeah, he needs to go home though. He only has 6 zealots. He probably should have 8 or 10 by now, and the 5-hatch Hydra pressure is out for Chava. So he just needs to go home with those zealots. Because he's not going to... He's keeping them on the map again. He better have a lot of cannons at home, otherwise he's just going to die to Hydras again, I think. Chava is keeping a couple of Hydras at home to stop the Corsair counterattack. Does manage to pick up one Corsair. Oh, he's dead.
Ooh, he's pretty dead.
He's super dead.
Yeah, there's one cannon here. GG.
Yeah, it seemed like his build was just a little bit off. Oh. What?
He said LOL map bugged, but GG. Oh, I thought he was just BMing.
I don't know what's going on. Map bug.
I don't know.
Check.
I mean, I think you would have died anyways with one cannon.
Yeah. I think he just forgot Storm.
It's very possible. That's a bad feeling though.
Alright.
Sorry, I am dumb, GG. Oh, that's too funny.
Alright. So we do have a 3-out coming out of Chava. This is feeling like a very Zergy series.
Yeah, this could be so far the worst series we've had. We've given you a lot of crap for being bad at matchmaking, but the worst series we've had is a 6-3, so let's see if it gets any.
No, we had a 7-2.
Oh, we did have a 7-2? Okay, never mind.
We did have a 7-2, yeah.
I'm a dirty liar. What am I talking about?
Yeah. No spoilers, but that series was pretty Zergy as well. The 7-2.
Yeah. We got chat raising a good point. Abby in the chat. 350 APM, not enough to research Storm. Unlucky. Feels bad, man. Keen hitting some really good timings though. We got fighting.
Yeah.
Coming up next.
He's just like right now, except for game 2, which was a little bit weird. We are seeing that Chava's just hitting his build a little bit better than BenElton is. He's just like, his timings are just sharper, and yeah, it's hurting Protoss. So hopefully our boy BenElton can bring it. Maybe we need to see some Proxy 2-gate here.
Yeah, some Proxy 2-gate, something a little cheesy. He's been going for the stock standard 730 build pretty much every time so far, unless he's been messed with. So it'd be nice to see him mix it up a little bit, at least, if not Proxy 9-9 gate, something a little funky, something a little different. Going for a faster D2 harass, something like that.
Yeah, or just staying at home, maybe going like DT Corsair instead of 730. I don't know if that's what you said. You get like faster Templars with that, which is good to defend against 5-hatch Hydra.
Are we having a problem with Ben getting into the game? Filling time. Filling time. We're good at this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. How are you? What's
You
up?
already asked that question, so we're not that good at this. But
Yeah, but you you were like, there's a forge, and I was like, all right, this is still about the game. This is nothing to do with anything else.
I'm trying to
It's not
keep
really
it more
ripping,
game
but, like,
focused.
Oh,
Keeping
okay.
it game
I don't
focused.
think that's what the people want, though.
That's what the people want with my life. Okay, I'm doing pretty good. The containment a little bit not ideal, but plenty of time to play some StarCraft. The only problem for me is personally is whenever I play, it always seems to be at the same time that all the cheesy Koreans play. Like I played at 2 a.m. one time my time, and literally 70% Protoss, 30% random, 100% cheese. It was the worst ladder experience of my life. I am not lying to you.
All right, we're still just having issues getting both players into the game. As I'm sure lots of you are aware, Blizzard has been acting up lately. So it might just take us a couple of tries to get back in. Our next map is going to be Fighting Spirit. So, super standard map. And looks like we do manage to get both players in this time. So, that's good. Alright, Fighting Spirit. I had this as the first map for like a couple series, and then I kind of moved it to the middle of the map pool. Because I felt like it was getting, I don't know. Should just put match point first next time.
We should put match point first so we know it's never going to be match point. Is match point number 5 this time?
Oh, you'll have to wait and see.
Okay. We'll find out.
Alright.
Looks like
We do have
Hobbs glitch. Yeah, this has got to be a glitch.
Yeah. We're gonna have to restart, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Highest quality.
Alright. Thanks, Blizzard. The internet is just full today, apparently.
We're getting a little bit of a struggle.
I've never seen that before, actually. That glitch.
Especially
have you seen that
in a
before?
live game. I've seen it on replays, of course, but I've never seen it in a live game.
Zeno, can you lower your stream quality one more? Is that even possible?
Yeah, go to like 480 or something. 480 will probably not give us any No, that's not it.
This is oh,
Yeah, the stream's
it's too low quality, yeah.
too low quality.
Damn, okay.
Alright, I guess we're going back to the other one.
Alright. In this time, think about what kind of match you want to see next, because I actually don't have another one planned yet. So I do have some people that have said they are willing to play, but I haven't set up another match. So if you want to play, or if you want to see somebody play, please let me know.
We're never gonna get this 4th game done. This is absurd.
Oh,
Imagine
geez.
if we were. Imagine if, like.
Imagine if what?
Like Tastosis was put in this situation and they just had to fill time for 11 consecutive minutes. Oh my gosh.
Well, they have to do that all the time. I will tell you that there is still like 5 feet of snow outside of my house, and I'm wondering when spring will come.
Oh, you know, was a little bit jealous at first when you first started telling me about all that snow out there. But now that it is almost April and you still have 5 feet of snow, I am not nearly as jealous. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it snowed today.
Brutal.
The trees are like a little bit dusted with snow. It's like melted now a little bit because it's been getting a little bit warmer. We're having like above 0 degrees temperatures.
Oh my god.
So we do have we are having kind of like, max 4 degrees, but we're trying. We're trying to make our way towards spring here.
You'll get to spring in like July. Don't worry about it.
Spring in July. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm still gonna be here in July. I might try and make my way back to the West Coast before then, if at all possible. Of course, everyone's stuck inside right now because of coronavirus. I hope you guys are all staying safe.
Yeah, that is of course why we're doing this. In honor of the Corona apocalypse, we are doing end of the world style series. I am about 30 seconds away from ending the stream entirely out of frustration, but we're going to keep going for the fans. If you've managed to stick through this break, props for the dedication. I know we've got a big Keen fan base out here.
Yeah, I mean, if we did have to end it, we would finish it another day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Alright, I think we're going to try one more time to try and get the player in. Oh, I was going to say, you had a fundraiser up at the beginning of the stream for a mic.
Oh
Do you want to explain the story behind this to everyone just patiently waiting for this game in the Twitch chat?
It's just come to our attention through various DMs that Strom's phone mic quality is booty trash. So, after we are putting on... I don't have my PayPal connected to this because I don't have a PayPal, but we do have subbing because I have reached affiliate status somehow. So if you want to contribute to getting Strom a new mic so that her quality is higher.
My vocal quality is higher.
Exactly. She's popping all over the place. It's bugging out sometimes. We don't want that. Come on, guys. We'll get her a good mic. Don't worry about it. It does look like we have both players in the game finally. Let's go. I know you've been hyped for it. Let's get into game number 4 on Fighting Spirit.
Alright, so game number 4. We do have our Kronos player BenElton in the top right. And our Zerg player DM Keen, aka LittleChava, in the top left. Strong fan base, as Lisa was saying, out here for LittleChava. A long-time player, member of the kind of like Samyang Fire reoccurring team on CPL, and also now an assistant coach in CPL. So very active player in the community for a long time. And as we are finding out through this series, a contributor to Sasaki.
A contributor to Sasaki.
A contributor.
If it has not been a part of the game for forever, he is definitely a contributor to it.
Yes.
We got...
Take some work on a lot of different accounts.
Ooh, we got a 9 pool, it looks like. Oh, wait. Was that an Overlord that just popped in his base? Can we check out his base real quick? No, it does look like a 9 pool. I just got confused. Excuse me. But
right.
It looks like BenElton going for a first scout as well as... Oh, he's going gate first.
9 pool, pretty good against gate first, right?
The aggression definitely can throw you off. He's making a drone. Can you make a drone off 9 pool while still getting 3 sets of larvae?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bunny pool takes a while to build, man.
Spawning pool does take a while to build. Very true. Very true.
The build order for this is just like extractor trick straight 9 pool, but like 9 pool speed. It is 9 pool, 9 gas, 8 overlord, and then you build another drone. So you build an overlord and 2 drones with your larva, and you still have 3 larvae. But we did see that BenElton checked for the overlord at the 3rd base and did get a scout off really quickly. So he's going to see these lings coming. Hopefully he will block with, I think you block with a couple probes and your zealot, right?
Yeah, and since he has a wall that only has 1 opening, he really only needs to block with his zealot. He could get some extra damage done since probes are technically ranged. He could put a probe behind and get some extra damage, but it's really not super necessary. I see.
Bringing the zealot out though, the zealot should just stay in the wall, right?
This is part of the dance.
We just have 2 now.
Because if you just let him attack, cannons, speaking of buildings that take forever to build, cannons take forever. So there's the possibility that 6 lings or 8 lings or 10 lings can take out the forge before the cannon finishes if you don't disrupt it.
Oh, we do have a pause from BenElton. Not quite sure what's going on here. COVID has been strange.
You know, I had this problem where I was pausing every game a couple days ago. Spilled some water on my mic spilled some water on my desk because I'm an idiot. And then, like, I thought my mouse would work still. And then it died after like 20 seconds every game. So it was brutal. Had to keep switching it out. We do have the game continuing to go, though. Alright.
Those zealots aren't in the hole and it's scaring me. Like, they need to be in the hole in the wall. Right? Or is he okay?
The thing is, the better you get, the more likely it is that you... Like, he's trying to defend his forge as well as...
Right.
As well as defend the hole. So, when you get better, you can start to make those little moves out. It's worth noting, though, that he had to go gate, forge, nexus, as opposed to overpool when you can go gate, nexus, forge.
He only had to build 1 cannon, though.
Only had to build 1 cannon, that's true.
Does scout the 3rd and then lose the probe. That was a big investment for Chava, too. I think he built like 10 lings right away. So that really does kind of change the timing for Zerg quite a bit.
You know, I did hear a story about a Zerg that built 10 lings off of 5 pool and then still won the game. But we will see. I don't know.
Look, I don't know where this drone is going either.
This has got to be a miss rally, right?
Yeah, I bet he had his main hatch rally to the natural. The thing is, though, for BenElton, that he has, until he gets his Courser out here, he has no idea what Zerg is doing, because he did lose his scouting probe. We do see he's going to add a 2nd cannon. Any kind of limb bust, like you were kind of mentioning before, for those of you who don't either are a Terran player and don't know a ton about this matchup, or are kind of new to Brood War, that wall of buildings in front of Protoss' natural, the forge, the gateway, and the pylon, there is only 1 gap that Limbs can get through, and he's got zealots in that gap. So this becomes really difficult to bust with lings, because the cannons, as the lings are trying to get in to get surface area, the cannons are just doing damage on the lings. So it's not a very bustable position as far as lings go. Is there getting layer? Do we know? Did you notice?
No, he's got
no layer. Yeah, Hydra Bus. Sick.
This
I like
be
it.
Scary.
Yeah, he is going to get a Courser out, so hopefully he will see this in time to add extra cannons. And he did get he got a lot of lings at the beginning, so it is going to be a later Hydra Bus. I was kind of testing out 973 the other day because we had somebody was preparing for a ZVP, and I was kind of checking the timings on that. And I think on Crossing Field, the 973 hit like just a couple seconds before 6 minutes. So this one is going to hit a little bit slower, and he does scout it right now. So hopefully he immediately throws down like 2 or 3 cannons. Yeah. There we go.
Doesn't quite have the money, but throws it down as soon as he does.
All right. Yeah, he is going to throw down 5 cannons, which I really like, just to be kind of safe here.
Yeah, like
and hopefully he does. Yeah, he needs to target fire the Hydras with these cannons and kind of ignore the Lings, which is what he's doing. All right, with only 1 cannon done right now, Protoss really hoping he can get that those other cannons up. Looks like the Hydras are going to try and take out the Forge. While the Corsair is kind of scouting out what's going on for Zerg. It's really important for him to look and see if Chava is building drones or Hydras out of the eggs that are hatching, because if it's Hydras that he's building, he has to add more cannons.
Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. A lot of cannons, though. Cannons pretty good when they don't get attacked.
Alright, looks like he is scouting that that Chava is going to keep building Hydra, so he is adding more cannons. The Corsair are going to try and get rid of this Overlord here. And Chava trying to bust. It does look like Protoss doesn't have quite enough cannons to hold this. The probes are being pulled.
This is so rude. Oh,
Alright, losing so many probes. And does lose the Corsair as well. I wish he would throw down... Yeah, he's going to throw down some more cannon.
Why is Zerg so good, Strom? I mean,
Alright.
He didn't win the game yet, but...
Alright, Protoss did lose a lot of probes there. We do see a 4th hatch and a 2nd gas coming down from Chava, and he is just doubling down on Hydras. So Protoss, honestly, if he added like 3 more cannons, I would feel better about him right now. He is going to slip a DT out the side, which is a tactic I see Protoss players do a lot against this kind of situation. Yeah. I wish he'd send that Corsair across the map. There's a lot of... He needs more cannons. Don't you think?
Yeah, 5 cannons. I mean, you almost always feel safe with 5 cannons, but when they're just making this many Hydras, the real question is, does he have Storm? Like, can we click on that one High Templar? That's... Yeah, okay, so he has enough energy for Storm. If he has it researched, he shouldn't need any more than that. Ooh, Corsair goes down.
Does lose the Corsair, yeah.
Oh, nice.
This DT, being an absolute hero, gets every drone at the 3rd base. Definitely kind of paid for himself. Oh. No, he does lose it.
The noblest of suicide missions, though. The noblest.
But Zerg, off of this build, with the amount of Hydras that he built, he is super poor. Chava is super low on drones right now, and you can see in the supply too. Protoss is at 69 supply, and Chava just kind of hitting at like 49. And no Overlord in the natural as well.
Oh my gosh. Hero.
And Lair is super late. Chava built so many Hydras. And Protoss, he lived off of, like, he did build a lot of cannons when he was attacking into it, but he only has 5 now. So it's not like we're seeing a Protoss sitting behind, like, 10 cannons, where you think that, well, he built a lot of Hydras, but Protoss overreacted. Like, I feel like he only just lived, and I feel like that's kind of where you want to be in this scenario, when Zerg builds so many Hydras before transitioning.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And he does make double Forge, which is really strong against this Hydra-heavy style. This is actually, as far as I know, why you don't see it as much as at the higher levels, according to our Korean friend JPack. Just because the pros just think double Forge is way too strong against Hydras.
Alright, so we do have Lair out for Zerg. So I feel like Chava might set up for some kind of lure for Contain. Or he does have these Hydras kind of hidden off to the side.
Oh my god.
Oh no, he does get that Templar immediately.
Gets the Templar for absolutely free.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay,
Thick
that's
Storm.
not-
Oh, DT drop in the main while this is happening. Double DT drop.
Please just keep attacking. I feel like you could suicide all your zealots here just to distract him, but I guess you don't need to. Keen
Yeah,
not
Chava
able to
just, he
react.
only notices now as an Overlord hatches, but he does get every single drone in the main.
He gets some
Oh,
lurkers
man,
out,
lurkers
but he's
are
just
out.
so poor.
Yeah. Okay, Protoss needs to go home now. I feel like he's suiciding too many units into lurkers right now. Alright, he does get the most of the remaining Hydras that are on the map here, though. And he did get, remember, he also got all the drones in that third base. And he got all the drones in the main with that double DT drop. And he doesn't see that DT in the corner.
See the DT. Okay,
Oh, he has
it
the
looks like
Overlord
he
now.
can tell that it's there.
He's gonna
So
look for it,
be able
yeah.
to take it out.
Alright, BenElton up about 50 supply right now. Commanding position for a Protoss player. I'm feeling good about this one. He's got an observer out. I feel like he can take him. Justice for Protoss.
There's a little bit of justice in this cruel, cruel world. If, of course, he manages to bust. It's looking good for him. But that lurker contain, I thought he was going to be able to bust as well. And he did not manage to do it, so we'll find out.
Yeah, these supplies are just like a lot closer though, and he does have the Dragoons here as like a counter for the lurkers. Alright, Chava just GG's out. So BenElton is going to take our fourth game on Fighting Spirit here.
The opportunity for the skunk is over. BenElton manages to take his first one.
So, all you Protoss players constantly complaining about 3-hatch Hydra, but our Protoss win so far has been off of 3-hatch Hydra. So what do you have to say for yourself?
One game after he lost to 5-pool and another Hydra bust. I don't think
that's just... Look.
You're right. 3-hatch
those
Hydra,
other builds...
Clearly the weakest. Clearly the weakest build that Zerg has. What were you going to say?
I don't know. I was just checking the Twitch chat to make sure that we weren't, like, terrible. But it seems okay. Faust says he wishes he counted as 2 viewers.
What a guy, that Faust.
Maybe if he had drafted me, he would count as 2 viewers.
Oh. Never let it go. Never, ever. That's pretty
Alright,
funny.
so we do have Overwatch as our next map for Game 5. Overwatch, pretty good for PvC, I feel.
Yeah.
Hope our boy can take another win here.
As a Passion Daddies player, I'm hoping BenElton can pull out something strong. As a viewer, I hope our bitrate improves. And as a resident of FBW, anything can happen. But
Alright, so our fifth match is Overwatch, and we do have BenElton in the top left and Chava in the bottom right.
The thing that gets me, that makes me not so sure about this map, is just that Keena's been so aggressive that the map features don't really have a chance to play out, you know? It's like, if Keen busts, then he wins. And if Elton holds, then he wins. So far, Keen being able to get the better of these aggressive exchanges, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, he did hold 3-hatch Hydra really well, so... I think it's just that, like, storm timing. Like, Beacon hit his storm timing for versus 5-hatch Hydra, and he lives. Like, that just seems to be the issue we're facing here, is just that his storm is late, and then he dies. So, or in those 2 games anyways, with the Zealot build. So, are just seeing a overpool here from Zerg. So, nothing too weird.
Nothing too crazy. We'll see if Elton goes for... Send out that probe, so he's probably going for Forge first, yeah?
Well, if you scout Overpool, would you just go 11 next?
See, I think that works, and then I try it, and then I die. So I couldn't
Oh.
give you a definitive answer. It
Looks
could
like
be that I'm
he's
correct.
just going to go Forge, so
Yeah.
BenElton agrees with you on this one.
Clearly, that means I have the game knowledge of an 1800 player, and it's my mechanics holding me back, right?
Yeah, totally. Alright, we are seeing the... Oh, does manage to get the hatch down. Pretty much on time, actually. So not too much of a delay. So that's nice for Zerg. Feels good.
Feels good, man.
Looks like Nexus before Cannon on this map. And we're going to see how many Lings Zerg decides to build with Overpool. Looks like 2... Looks like it's going to be only 2, I think. 2 and 2 drones, yeah.
Yep. Keen, managing to get away with only 2 Zerglings every time. I'd like to see Elton throw out some Zealots to kind of force Keen to make more Zerglings. Just because...
I mean, he is adding Lings at the 20 supply mark. He's adding to going up to 6 Lings at 20 supply every game.
That's fair.
Just very
Yeah.
standard 5-match Hydra. Yeah. I mean, he forced more Lings earlier if he went like Gate Expand or something, but he did try that last game. I wonder if we'll see that on the map. This map in particular has quite a long rush distance, so I feel like that's maybe not as good on this map. I don't know. All right.
So
Standard. It's
Yeah.
good though. I'm enjoying watching these builds, especially Keen's timings are super sharp. So I'm really enjoying that as a third player watching those timings.
He's playing super well. He really is. He's hitting all his timings. The execution of the bus, a lot of times you see someone hit their timing and then they just don't micro well and then they lose anyways. But
yeah,
he's been doing both. He's finding the perfect balance. Showing the world the power of Zerg.
Alright, still just 2 Lings out. Probably going to be some more hatching pretty soon. I'm assuming he'll go up to 6 Lings. And he does have an Overlord outside the main, so we will be able to see if any Zealots... Yeah, Zealot moving out right now. The Overlord can see that. Yeah, and he built some more Lings. Yeah, just going out to 6 Lings at 20 supply. Very standard. I guess we'll just have to see if he actually builds a Spire when his lair finishes, or if he skips it.
Yeah, he's pretty much... He's going Spire the majority
He
of
went
the time.
Spire. I think, yeah.
Okay, nice. Strom killing the game right now. We do have a Zealot out. Let's see if he can get any kills.
Alright, we have some Lings over here to kind of clean this up. He does manage to get like a Scout of the 3rd as well with this Zealot though, because he did lose his probe, so that's nice. Does see this macro hatchery, which is going to tell him that it's not a 3-hatch Hydra.
But since he saw the lair, he can pretty much know it's not 3-hatch Hydra anyways, right?
Alright, he did Scout of the probe, didn't he? To be fair, I did see Queen do just like get a lair and then just go 3-hatch Hydra, and he just built some more Lings.
That's true. Yeah.
Instead of all Hydras, so he only had like 4 Hydras and he used them to snipe the cannon, and then he just killed them with Lings, got the Lings through the wall. It was pretty sick.
You know, I hear it's not that good a build though. I hear because one person beat it one time. It's not a good build.
Sucks. Yeah.
It's pretty much the worst.
Yeah. Garbage build. Never do that. Alright, looks like this, of course they're gonna come in here and try and pick off one of these Overlords. It's just being annoying. Did he get the one that was outside of the natural as well? Did you notice?
Looks like he is just now... That should be the one that he was originally scouting with, yeah.
Oh no, don't
Please
lose
keep
your
it alive.
Corsair. I feel like if he loses his Corsair, Travis.
He's gonna lose this Corsair fighting the other Overlord, yeah, unless he has just absolute Bisu multitask, which he does not. He loses one, let's see if he can save the other. Looks like he's going to be able to, yeah. The Scourge not making up any ground, get into the cannon just on time. Ling's trying to attack. I don't think this is such a good play. Oh, but he's...
Oh no, he's trying to get the Corsair. Yeah. He's Scourge's or Cannon's target Lings over Scourge. So he was just trying to tank some shots with the Lings and try and get the Scourge to the Corsair, which he didn't manage to get, but very cool little bit of micro there from our Zerg player.
That's super big brain. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright. So he does come back up and get that Overlord that almost died before, and Chava is now supply blocked. I guess we're just gonna see if BenElton's storm timing is better this game. Honestly, I feel like you should stay at home with Zealots, especially since he's having only S5. Alright. Chava has a lot of Hydras. Looks like BenElton just gonna add some gates. Still kind of scouting out with his Corsairs. Did kind of die to moving his Zealots out a couple times, so it looks like he's just gonna kind of check and see. Okay, manages to save them, but does scout the amount of Hydras that are out there, so probably not going to move out. I guess we're gonna see if Chava decides to set up another Lurker Contain off the back of this. How do you feel about this? 6th hatch going down for Zerg.
I would say I feel pretty good for Protoss. It seems pretty standard, but just with the way that Keen has been able to bust at a moment's notice, I am not.
He's not going to try and bust with Hydras, though. He's throwing. No Hydra bust this game. We're gonna go into a bit of a longer game here.
Okay, I'm glad. Yeah, we'll see how well BenElton does in just a longer macro game. He finally is going to be able to get to the mid game where it's generally accepted that Protoss is a little bit stronger than Zerg.
Right,
so
and he
nice.
did seem like in that last game with the double DT drop. Seems like he's good with DTs and good with drops, so that can be extremely strong against Zerg if you don't have your kind of defense in order. We do see like he doesn't have an Overlord in his main or Hydras, so he'll have to kind of replace that at around the like 10:30 mark as like shuttles and storm drops start becoming an option for Protoss on the map. Now we did see that robo going down. Nice robo timing from. It's pretty good robo timing from Protoss, right?
Yeah, you want to get
Lurker
it down
shouldn't be up
around,
until like 10 minutes.
you want to get it down around 9:30. Keen going for a 4th base. Is this the 4th base you want to take? I mean, there's only one ramp, so that makes it really nice for lurkers.
I mean, bottom right or top right and bottom left both are the same kind of situation. I guess the thing really here for me is that I feel like he's taking the top right instead of bottom left because that 3 o'clock base is in between. So it might set him up later to be able to take a 5th base. Whereas I feel like taking a 5th base if you take bottom left is tricky on this map.
That makes some sense.
Yeah. But it's also going to be very difficult to defend it right now, and he just scouted it with the Corsair. So that being said, I think he might lose it, just lose the base, because he doesn't have lurkers up there.
Yeah.
Wait, did he not scout it? I thought he scouted it with the Corsair.
I don't know what he's doing. I guess he's just... I thought he scouted it with the Corsair too. He might have just not noticed it. He might just be
not
thinking
noticed
that the
it,
best
yeah.
way is to go attack.
Just try and break him, yeah. Is this a kind of like 2 base, 8 gate push? Is that what we're seeing right now?
I think it's off 6 gates, so you're going to get a little bit faster of an expansion, but the push isn't going to be as strong. So really,
right,
all
okay.
you want
So
to
we
do
do
off
see
6
him.
gates
Yeah.
is just get map control.
Right. Okay. All right. He does send a Dragoon out there. So with this 4th base being canceled, This actually delays the 4th base a lot for Zerg, and the hatchery does finish. And I don't think he's going to be able to stop to save that hatchery.
Right, I don't think he can either. And Ben,
Alright, just kind of throwing out
so annoying.
Yeah, they are pretty annoying. He never really hit that critical mass, so he killed overlords really quickly. But he has been, like, definitely using them to scout a lot exactly what Zerg is doing, which I like a lot. Alright, Chava is going to relent and take this 4th base in the bottom left. But it is slowed down a little bit, because he did try and take that top right, and it finished. So there's not going to be mining from that base for a while. Although he does have a gas at his 3rd, so it's not like he's going to be in trouble for gas for making lurkers or anything. Nice healthy drone count.
BenElton getting his 3rd base up as the Zerg gets their 4th base up. So pretty decent play, or pretty decent prospects for both sides. I'd really like to see. Oh, BenElton just seems so much more passive than our Zerg player. So it's a little bit like, oh, I just want him to win. I just want him to go attack and kill him, you know. But if that's not his game, that's not his game. He does go for this 4th base. Some great storms. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, some really good storms. If he gets a storm on those units at the top of the ramp, yeah, sick storm.
Oh jeez. All right, yeah, I think this 4th base is going to be shut down as well. In which case, BenElton's going to be in a great spot.
Looks like Zerg going to try and come in for the surround. Kind of changing his mind there. The thing is, though, that on Overwatch, a really long game, I feel like he's good for Protoss.
Yeah, just because
like,
there's
if it
so
goes,
many
yeah.
abilities. There's so much ability to turtle. You mean?
Yeah. Well, the thing is just that like you can split the map, and I feel like you can deny Zerg like any extra bases, like as far as splitting the map goes, and you can usually deny them. I feel like you can deny them split map as well, because that I don't know, just like all the high ground, low ground, as far as like Protoss pushes go, you can just kind of like wander around the middle of the map, and Zerg is forced to like reposition the lurkers a lot.
Right, that makes sense.
I don't know about this attack though. That's a lot of lurkers.
It's pretty ambitious. There's not like when there's as many lurkers as Dragoons, that's pretty tough. And he doesn't have exactly a huge zealot mass to make up for it.
Where are the storms?
Couple storms.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like this. Actually, I think that was a really bad move. And he was like, I feel like he was really ahead after taking that 4th base, and I think he just kind of blew that.
I think he was so far ahead that he kind of has the ability to. Like, this 4th base might get shut down, but even then, it's still 3 base to 3 base with Keen just taking a 4th. So he had the opportunity to take a risk, and even though it didn't really pay off for him, it was a little bit ill-advised.
I guess he's still up in supply. Like he's not down in supply, which is good. Zerg is going Hive though. Yeah, Hive finished, and triple Evo chamber is Chava right now. So those upgrades, yeah, 2-1 for those Hydras. That +1 carapace finishing, and 2-1 for Protoss. Xeno just letting us know. Shout out to our wonderful observer, Xeno Aku.
Xeno killing the game. But yeah, I think that attack definitely gave Keen a chance to get back in the game. A lot of lurkers.
Yeah, well, it's allowing him to take a 4th base, right?
It's allowing him to take a 4th base, and when it's Hive Zerg, even bases can be enough. I'm not going to say he wins the game off even bases, but it's a possibility.
Well, he's trying to take a 5th as well, although BenElton's going to scout it right now. Alright, this looks like a counterattack is what Keen is going for right now.
And this is super bad positioning for BenElton because he had just made it through that tiny little choke, and now he has to get all of his units back through. Does manage,
but
to
the thing
a
is,
little far away.
Yeah, well, the thing is it's really difficult actually to be aggressive with lurkers. But some goons kind of getting caught off guard, and that's a lot of units coming up from Chava.
That is a lot of units. Oh, he has cannons on the high ground. Is he trying to take a fifth as well?
Alright, storming one Hydra here. Storming 2 more Hydras. It's going to make a couple of Archons. A good counter to Lings.
Lurkers not so much though, and we do have a lot of lurkers coming in. Like you said, it's pretty hard to be aggressive, so it's not.
Oh man, there was a DT trap in the main.
Killed
got every drone in the main.
Oh, never mind. I guess we don't know if it killed every single drone. He might have.
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't see him if he pulled them away. But that natural doesn't look super oversaturated, like Zeno was just pointing out. So I don't know. It seemed like a good drop. I think it was a good drop. The only thing that worries me about this is Chava double expanded. And he has a huge bank right now. So I think if Protoss can get this 5th base up, he's in good shape. But if it gets denied, I feel like we're in for some trouble here.
Agreed.
And he is going to have to get some like Archon Reaver eventually out here because Zerg is on high tech. And I'm not feeling good about him, like, moving around on the map right now.
He doesn't quite have the death ball that he needs to really be roaming around like that. I agree with you. He's got, like, maybe a little less than a control group of Dragoons and, like, 6 Zealots.
Oh, that's not it.
There. He's never going to be able to push up there.
Alright, we do have some Lings coming around back here. No Archons here for Protoss, so... Yikes, that is a lot of Hive Zerg. You really you need Storm and you need Archons to counter this, and I'm worried he's going to bust up the ramp. Man, did you just see those Zealots go down?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, is he gonna... Doesn't... No.
Alright, doesn't manage to get up the ramp. Alright. So we do see this Rebel coming down at this 5th base here, and this is going to be to produce Reavers, because if Protoss can kind of sit behind cannons and Reavers and Storm at their bases, especially in these bases that have really tiny surface area, it's like very good for Zerg. We do see another shuttle out on the map. I'm not sure if it's going to be a DT or a Storm drop. I would love to see a Storm drop.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
The Storm. Ooh.
Oh, we got him. There were 2 High Templar.
Oh.
Alright, he needs to save the shuttle though. Doesn't manage to get it away. Did get a lot of drones there at the natural. And BenElton he's up about 40 supply now. And he is on even bases to Zerg. And he does have Reavers out. So I'm starting to feel better about this for him.
Yeah, I was a little scared like a couple minutes ago. He had like no army.
Yeah.
I was worried the 5th was going to fall. That Storm drop though, kind of what he needed. Make Keen produce drones for a little bit. Kind of take a break from being so aggressive.
Yeah, well, it's just that like initial hit of Hive Zerg, right? With those Krakens, and he didn't seem like he had transitioned his army quite to late game tech yet. And he also, after killing that 4th base the first time, suicided his army into the high ground lurkers. So that's kind of what I was a little bit worried about. But it seems like he's stabilized. I'm not really sure where these Reavers are going.
This is so hilarious. He's crawling the Reavers to the 5th base, or the 4th base, whatever you want to call it. And this is, when I play Zerg at an extremely poor level, don't get me wrong, this is what I struggle with, is like, how do you counter this Reaver siege?
Yeah, Plague Hydra is good against Reavers. Plague's the real deal, though.
He is bringing Hydras down. We got
Alright, Storm going down. One Reaver does go down. Looks like most of the units going to just die to some splash damage here. Alright, some more Storms just coming down. Oof, does look like he's going to lose both Reavers though, so now it's time for Protoss to run away. Back off, back off. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Oh no, no. He's just, I feel like he's just, okay. Some Storm coming down.
I feel like this is just a little bit greedy, just trying to kill these two Hydras. Is he trying to kill the base? Yeah.
He's still trying to kill the base. He's forcing his way up the ramp.
This just seems like too much.
I don't know. He is up a lot of supply and he is up bases. So maybe just like preventing Zerg from mining from this base. Like, I don't know, I'm not a Protoss player. Maybe preventing Zerg from mining from this base is just worth it. Like, he knew that the lurkers were on the low ground, they weren't on the top of the roof, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's just, it feels like maybe I just don't build enough gateways in the late game. I'll fully admit I struggle sticking on like 2 gateways. Or on like 8 gateways.
Oh, that's a sick lurker feel.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so much free damage right now for Chava.
There's no observers
on those rallied units. Right? Oh, I didn't even see that.
That's so sick.
That's so many lurkers. This is really the way to play this map too, though. It's just like a million lurkers.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. That was a very efficient exchange from Chava here. But he wasn't mining from the 5th base for a while. We do see Chava very low on money right now. But BenElton's supply did drop from that situation about 20. So now instead of being at 160, he's at 140 to 115.
Yeah, I just...
Oh, Reaver drop.
He's not gonna do
oh my goodness.
Like, he's harassing
This guy is so
well.
good with drops.
Yeah, he's harassing so well, but his army engagements haven't been the best. So, it's kind of it's like... I'm really not sure. I mean, he's definitely probably ahead. I say definitely.
Yeah, I think he's ahead too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he's like 160. He's 165 to like 110 supply, and he's like, I think he might be ahead.
Dude, Zerg, man. Zerg, you never know. But yeah, the 3rd mining out for Zerg looks like a pretty good spot. And this is where it starts to get to the point that you were talking about. It's hard to assault any of the Protoss bases. He's just got a bunch of high ground cannons plus Reavers.
Well, I haven't even seen any Defilers at a Chava, to be honest. Like, I haven't seen a single Plague or Darksworn. Just a lot of lurkers, which I'm into.
Handy right now.
Yeah.
Elton doing a really good job keeping Reavers with his army, so I don't think that Darkswarm would be quite as effective. He's going on the counter.
Oh man,
lurkers.
This is a really good move from Zerg. Because BenElton, like he can't lose this area because if Chava gets through, he's going to get on top of his gateways. And that's so many lurkers.
So many units. This would just... He needs to pull his army
I
back.
think he needs to go back. He needs to go home. He at least needs to bring the Reavers home. And instead, he's just getting on top of the gateways. Oh man, I feel like this is a critical error from our Protoss player right now.
This could just be game. This could just, like... There's no other place that you can rebuild the gateways. It's not like it's a 4-player map and you have another main. He's just counting on the fact that he's going to be able to outproduce this attack, but a lot of lurkers, even if you just mass zealots to try and deal with the Hydras and Lings, the lurkers...
Like, he has to save these gateways. He cannot lose the gateways. And that's what he's doing. He's losing the gateways. Because if he loses the gateways, he's losing all his production.
Oh my gosh.
Man, this is a crazy attack from Chava. What a good move. Strong move from our Zerg player. There isn't even an observer here, so the lurker on top of the gateways is ridiculously strong. I hope he's bringing the Reavers back right now. I do see a couple blue dots coming in the map. Yeah, Observer and Reaver. Because he is going to need to rebuild these gateways ASAP. Does manage to get the 5th base from Zerg.
Alright, here come the Reavers. Alright, the rest of the
map as well, cleaning up the Protoss army.
Alright, does manage to clean up what was in the main. BenElton going to need to throw down a whole lot of gates right now and really try hard to... Oh man, the Scourge come in, but he moves the shuttle out of the way.
You know, I am very biased, but double supply for BenElton. Unless Keen can end this right now, I think this actually ends up being pretty good for him.
Yeah, but like, he doesn't have...
Right now.
Can he? Because all BenElton has is 2 Reavers and whatever rallies. Like, if these Reavers get targeted down, he's super dead. 1 Reaver goes down, manages to save the other one, but all the tech is under siege as well. Alright, 1 Templar in the corner of the base.
Oh my god.
Corsair's attacking across the map, but they're not going to be able to supply block Chava as he is at 67 supply. We do see 3 more Reavers coming in for BenElton. I'm going to try and get on top of this army. Zerg is retaking 3 o'clock right now, that base that he lost during this initial counterattack. And we have BenElton here on 2 gateways and losing most of his tech. Luckily, he still has Reaver tech. Oh man, these Reavers going down.
Oh my gosh. No, he loses all 3 of them and there's still lurkers there. I think that's just game.
Yeah. Like, he was up so much in supply, but he just didn't defend his natural well enough, and it's gone, man. Like, he's got Reavers, he's got money. Chava's broke. Chava is completely broke. But just, like, a really amazing counterattack there from Chava. Just completely taking out Protoss's main.
Oh my gosh. Remember when I said he was probably ahead? You never know. You never know. He is just going to play with a lot of Reavers, I guess. And the mobility of the drops versus the immobility of the lurker is really coming into play here. But there's a lot of Scourge, as Xeno's pointing out.
Man. Does manage to deny that 5th base again. So, Chava sitting on no money. Oh man, where's this? I hear Reavers, but I don't know where they are. Oh, they're there.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. This base is going to be denied. Oh, the Muta switch! The Muta switch!
Yeah.
Yeah, GG. Man, that was such a good game.
Good is one way to put it. That is
Man, I really thought he had it. He was looking really strong in that mid game, and like if he had defended against that counterattack, that was like a last ditch effort from Zerg. Like if he had not lost his gateways to that, there was no way Chava was getting back. What game number are we on now? Was that game 5?
That was game 5, so we're on number 6 now.
Alright. Alright, we do have a player requesting a break. Do you want to take a break now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, okay, we'll do our second break now. We'll just make sure everyone gets in the game, and then we'll do another break. And then maybe we'll do, if we have another really long break afterwards, but if we have short games, we'll just do the last 4 in a row.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Alright, we'll see you guys as soon as we get back.
And it looks like we've got another push. We've got medics again. Is he going for optical flare just to be a baller? I really want to see some optical flares. That would be hilarious.
I mean, we've already seen it.
I know, that would be the second time. That would be the second time this series, folks. In case you missed the first game. Okay, pull back, pull back. Okay.
Alright.
Reasonable pullback. He picked off a tank and then saved himself from taking too much damage. Does blind the first observer. And this actually...
Just being annoying.
He's being annoying, but also since observers come out so late with this build, it's a little bit more effective than the first game.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Again, it's still not like game winning or game losing by any means. Like, it's just wildly annoying for the Protoss. But it is slightly more effective. And Snipe doing a great job positioning his units to cut off reinforcements. The scariest thing about a Terran push like this is when units just keep adding up. Like, you only kill one tank with your first initial attack, or something like that, and then they just have 2 more tanks by the time you go and attack them again. But when you can cut off reinforcements like this, it makes the...
Did you see all those goons just run into those mines? You just lost like 4 goons to a mine.
It's because of the optical flare, man. It's because of the optical flare. Easy dub.
I think Snipe is still gonna clean this up, but like, man.
I'm not sure. Like, counterattacks just seem like a really strong way to beat Terran players. Is just don't engage the front of their army. I remember watching a shuttle replay. We see Snipe taking out the third. I remember watching a shuttle replay where the game went on 30 minutes, and he engaged the main Terran army like once or twice, and it just blew my mind. I was like, how is Terran supposed to do this if you just can't force an engage?
Right, we do see that Thrive is choosing to kind of split his units here. He has some units kind of sieging bottom left to kind of try and take out the sea. He needs to lift that command center. Is he just gonna lose it? I think he's gonna lose it.
He's gonna lose it, yeah. That's
man,
not ideal.
Super sad. Looks like Snipe is going to lose this base, but he is getting... Oh, is he gonna lose his natural as well? Oh my god.
That's game.
That push was looking so strong, but the counterattack just is wrecking him. Oh, like, I don't know how... Man.
Yeah, Snipe's late game army movement has just been superb.
Yeah, it's been really good.
And you can see, if he hadn't had great army movement like that, he would be running out of money right about now. Like, he's not remaxed, and he doesn't have any more bank. So he needed that those counterattacks to go as well as they did.
Right. Looks like Snipe going to be setting up top right, but it immediately gets scouted by an SCV. Thrive looks like he might... I'm not sure which base he's planning on trying to take out next. Looks like he is going to be maxed again soon, but he's very low on gas because his 4th base is mineral only, and he has been building a lot of tanks. So he really needs to get that geyser mining again from his 3rd base because he's still only on 2 gas. And actually, I guess 1 gas right now because he lost his natural CC as well.
Yeah.
So lots of vultures coming out of Terran for the next little bit. So I guess his tanks are very precious at the moment.
Exactly. And the thing with vultures is, while they can be cost efficient in small engagements with dragoons, it's very hard when you have like 24 vultures versus 12 dragoons to try and get them to trade efficiently. Oh.
Alright, we are seeing a stasis come down. But 2 stasis actually. Great one on 2 tanks and a vulture. And looks like Snipe just gonna clean up this little bit of army that's left out here, and looks like Terran's running out of options here, to me, as Snipe takes both bottom left and top right unpunished.
Yeah, I agree with you. 100%. If Thrive can save these units, I would feel a little better about his position, but I don't think he can save these units.
Yeah, it seems like he's just kind of like, he's being caught out of position a lot, and losing losing extra units that he doesn't have to use. He's just kind of bleeding units more than Snipe is
Yeah, totally.
in these games.
Oh my gosh. Both sides surprisingly low eco for this late in the game. Generally, I mean, obviously, Thrive had 2 of his bases taken out, but I'm a little bit surprised to see Snipe be this low eco with not really taking much.
He did
damage.
lose. Well, he did lose his 4th.
Oh, right, he did lose his 4th.
Yeah. And he looks like he doesn't have it set up again yet. We do have some vultures kind of getting in the 5th base, being a little bit annoying. Looks like another little push from Terran going to come out to bottom left. While Thrive kind of takes a sneaky little 5th base above his 3rd. The 3 o'clock location.
That is a lot of vultures. We're starting to see...
Well, he wasn't mining gas.
Yeah, we're starting to see exactly what you were talking about, where he just didn't have any gas, so he made a crap load of vultures.
Yeah, he just didn't have the he didn't have the gas there for a while because he lost 2 of the command centers that had gas. Oh my god.
So close to having the sickest mind drag of all time. He legit was about to lose like an entire control group of vultures to 1 mine. And he's going Archons. Just has too much gas, not enough minerals. So, even though Archons are not very good in this matchup, because everything does full damage to them, and they're all shields, he really just is kind of out of options, or was out of options at the time he made them. Oh, recall. Possibly.
Or maybe it's just a Scattering Arbiter, you never know.
You never know. He just spent the money on the Arbiter, so it would scatter out. He's harassing with the Arbiter.
It's a harassment Arbiter.
It is a harassment. If he put all those SEVs on hold position, theoretically, eventually, the Arbiter would take out every single one of them. You never know.
Imagine not being able to burrow your units.
It must be rough. Weak races.
Yeah, pretty bad, turns out. Too bad burrow doesn't protect you from storm.
Really? Oh, that's brutal. That kind of makes no sense. What the heck? Storm should be an above ground thing.
Then you would never be able to storm lurkers.
Oh, true. That would be rough. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm pretty sure it affects just regular burrowed units. Yeah. I mean, maybe it doesn't and I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure we would see people burrowing drones when they get,
Right, burrow would just become so much more strong.
Storm drop. Yeah.
It looks like we've got some vulture harass in the top right. Not going to do too much, just a couple vultures. I thought there was more. Does get the opportunity to lay down some mines, kill a couple units. Just doesn't have quite enough money, I don't think.
Yeah, I was going to say, when truth be told here, we have a maxed out Protoss player with most of the bases on the map, and a Terran still sitting on 3 gases, kind of unable to get a 4th gas, and mining out rapidly. So I'm not feeling too good about his position in this game anymore.
You know, in retrospect, I'd like to have seen Terran make like at least 1 dropship and take one of these island bases. Because it seems like if you're just going to treat this map like Fighting Spirit, it becomes very difficult for you to take a 4th base that has gas.
Right.
Like, you can take the mineral-only 4th base, but that's just not nearly as useful.
I mean, he could have just done exactly what he's done and also taken that island, right?
Yeah, that's very true as well. He totally could have.
And I feel like that'd be a lot stronger, because then he wouldn't have been as gas-starved for as long. I don't know. The big move, though, was that counterattack and that killed the 3rd. Like, I don't know I'm really not sure how you're supposed to stop that as Terran. I don't know very much about this matchup, though.
And we're back, folks. We got Chava with a commanding lead in this series so far, 4-1. We've got match point on the map Tau Cross.
Alright. This is the 3-hatch Hydra map. I don't know. I feel like I see 3-hatch Hydra, do 3-hatch Hydra, feel 3-hatch Hydra.
But
that last game, though, was really close.
That last game was a good game. He just kind of threw by not bringing back his army to save his gateways.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're supposed to just have... I think he needed a Reaver there, like, behind those cannons.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So, game 6, we have Chava in the bottom right, and BenElton in the top right. Yeah, I don't know.
I think part of the difficulty, though, is the part of the difficulty of every late game PvZ is
what is the difficulty of late game PvZ? We're all on the edge of our seat.
We're all on the edge of our seat. Least the slowest talker of all time. Looks like we're gonna get a 9-9 gate, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. But the difficulty of every late game PvZ is defending every possible spot while still having an army that can move out on the map. Because Zerg's army is just so mobile that it's really tough. And you don't have... Their units are so small, it's not like PvT where you can just wall off. You can make a little bit of walls, but it's not the same. Overpool versus 9-9. Strom Overpool is like the worst against 9-9 gate, right? Because you don't get the creep out stuff and you don't have the larva. Oh, no, 9 speed.
9 full speed. This is actually good for Zerg. Or at least it's okay for Zerg. But the thing is Overpool actually is fine against 9-9 gate. It's just a micro war. Like, if you go 12 hatch or 11 hatch, you just die. Unless, like, or you lose your natural anyways. Almost always. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Alright, I don't know how this matches up. I have never been 9-9 gated when I've gone 9 full speed. So, I don't know. I guess we're going to see what's going to happen. Both players feeling a little tired after that last game. Maybe thinking they might be able to end it a little bit quicker.
Yeah, pull.
The thing is the links are out and he doesn't have a wall to stop this. But if he has 2 zealots, they can fight against 9 full speed. But I think the links are just gonna go around.
Yeah, the speed is really the scary part about this, because you can just...
Oh, he does see the gateways. Oh, man. And he targets the pylon. This is brutal. And he's going into the main. I think he needs to send another probe out and make another pylon. You think? Alright, he does get 1 drone in the main.
Come back.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, so he is going to try and get a sunk up in the main. BenElton does get 1 drone so far. We got 1 kill on the zealot, 1 kill on the probe. BenElton just ignoring the, just kind of ignoring the, lanes for the moment and trying to get, sorry, my brain just short-circuited there. I'm trying to get kills on the drone. The thing is that these lings are just going to kill the probes. Like, he needs to send a zealot home because he can't, like, he's just going to lose all his probes to speed lanes. Probes just can't fight against speed lanes. And there's going to be so many of them. And you need, like, 4 or 5 zealots to kill a sunk, especially with the drone row.
Link's too good.
Although I think the positioning of that sunk isn't ideal for drone drilling.
Yeah. The thing is, Sunk's pretty good, and not having any cannons is not as good.
Yeah. Having Ling's also good.
Yeah. There's just nothing at home. He finally
having
kills
no
all the
probes
Lings,
not
but
good.
Yeah, he loses all the probes in the process. What is happening? There's no
Wait.
drones on the other side either. What the heck?
What happened to all the Lings in the main? Did he kill them with probes, or did he send a zealot back? He killed them with probes? That's crazy.
That's absurd.
Alright, BenElton is broke, though.
Yeah. He's got one zealot, and Keen has...
He's going to try and get another sunken up. Yeah. We do have a cannon. Alright, this pylon is going to go down, and then we're going to have no more pressure for Protoss. Not that he can afford it anyways, but...
This game is so wacky.
I think that zealot needed to go home, yeah. Alright, we do have one cannon.
A couple Lings, though. That's kind of huge right now, isn't it?
I don't know. It's been kind of a crazy game. Protoss is super low on probes. He lost a ton of probes. And he can't make any units right now because he doesn't have a pylon at his gateway. And Zerg is going to take the gateways out. Meanwhile, Zerg is on 3 drones. So, I don't know. I don't know what you even do here. I guess nobody auto won. But I feel like it is good for Zerg, to be honest.
Yeah, it almost...
Because I feel like Zerg can get an expansion better.
It feels like a 4 pool, except you got a crap ton of probes. To me.
Yeah, and having like 3 workers as Zerg is like, I feel like it's easier to fix than having 3 workers as Protoss. Like, it's a kind of a faster fix.
Right, because of larva.
Yeah, because larva. Right, yeah. 6 drones for Zerg. He is going to get those gateways that are in the main, and I think Protoss is going to build another gateway here. I would almost like to see him throw out a second cannon in his main, do you think? He doesn't have very many probes to drill. I feel like he needs a second cannon. Oh, yeah. Hey, he's listening to me.
You
and we see a gas.
Influential.
Yeah.
Alright, that's interesting. Deciding to go for gas instead of going for that second gateway.
Right. How do you feel about the positions of this game?
I feel bad for Protoss, but when do I not, you know? It just seems... Like I said earlier, it feels to me like Keen went 4 pool and then got a ton of probes. Because it's one base... The only, I mean, Keen hasn't expanded yet, so that's good for Protoss. Keen just
looks like he's going to though.
Expansion. I honestly have no clue how this game is supposed to play out. He's got so many Zerglings that it feels like BenElton's never going to be able to expand. But if he can just, if Keen doesn't get to Hydras right away, there's the possibility that Corsairs come and ruin his day. Legitimately, I'm so unsure.
What does he just put down for his tech? Stargate.
He loves that Stargate.
I was wondering if he was gonna do like, I don't know, like Templar or Robo, but I guess Stargate's still the answer. I don't know. Very weird game. One person goes proxy 9-9, and then you have a 9 full from Zerg. Looks like we're going to get a Hydra Den going down. Response to the Corsairs. Oh, those Zealots need to go home.
Yeah, those Zealots are going to die super fast.
No. Buddy, no. No.
Rip.
Oh, I hate it.
Rip. Taking a bunch
I'm a
of
Zerg
damage
player.
for free.
But I hate it. Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's not like, The thing that's different about it being four pool is that he has speed leads already.
That's true. That is very true.
Okay, it puts that gateway down and immediately notices that it's out of range of the cannons. So I'm gonna throw that down somewhere where the cannons will hurt the lings. Oh, the Stargate though.
Gosh, the Stargate.
He can get the Stargate. Oh man.
Alright, well.
Alright, does pick up a couple of lings. If the Zealots can get through, there's now only 4 speed. Oh. Never mind.
Keen playing us. Hiding the lings.
Yeah, I couldn't even see them there behind the thing.
Unit.
Is he gonna get the Stargate? Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it?
I don't think he's
gonna
gonna get it.
It's gonna be so close!
He's not getting it. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, 44 hit points left on that Stargate. I thought he was gonna get it. But he does lose all the lings for that, and I feel like Protoss... Like, I feel like that was good for Protoss. That he just suicided all those lings. Because now he can kind of... Now he doesn't have to be afraid to move Zealots around. I don't know that he can expand, but I guess he's gonna try. Like, he just scouted a bunch of Hydras.
He might be rushing for DTs, in which case he can expand as long as Zerg doesn't get Overlords.
He wants Stargate. He's not rushing for DTs. He's just gonna lose his next Hydras.
Alright, well, rip BenElton.
Like, I don't know what he thinks he's doing. He can't expand yet. Yeah. Go home. Killing the Overlords is good. I think he needs to throw down more cannons at home, or he's just going to lose to his Hydras with range. Yeah, I think if he had just thrown down the gates instead of... Alright, so he's going to lose his gas. Looks like he does have +1 on the way for his Zealots. And probably legs as well, because he got a Citadel? I don't know.
Looks like Keen... If Keen can ever get unsupply blocked, though, it seems like he'll just be able to outproduce him.
Right. The supply block is very strong, though, because he did move. Does get the Stargate.
Nice cancel on that cannon there. Oh my god.
Alright.
Supply block so good.
The supply block is real. We do see Keen sitting on, like... Yeah, just having to put all of his money into Overlords right now.
This is so wacky.
Are we just gonna see a bunch of Speed Zealots? Like, is that the play?
Yeah, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen, because it's like it's taking BenElton so long. And if it hadn't been for the supply block, he would have died so long ago, but... Yeah, we do see a Spore, but I love... All you gotta do is just pull the attacked Corsair away, and you get at least a couple Corsair... or a couple Overlords.
Oh no.
Oh, safe. Oh, gonna lose that one probably. Never mind, I am actually terrible at casting.
Alright, does get 3 more Overlords there. That is a lot of Chava's money that have had to go into... Yeah, he can... I don't know what Chava, if he got the Hydra upgrades or not, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he can probably kill that with like 8 to 10 speed lots now. And we're still like out of 18 supply, so.
Imagine.
And there's, I think the Corsairs are still in the main. Well, the last one did with the 5 pool. See, the Zealots win this fight.
Yeah, this is good for BenElton.
Right, so he's gonna get the Hydras. And, you know, Zerg's still supply blocked. 6 kills on that Corsair, and there were 3 of them.
I guess it's not going to normalize, because they're, like, Keen just doesn't have enough money. I probably should have seen, or he doesn't have enough units.
Well, money or units. He's on 39 minerals. True. He can't even, like, he's trying to make a Sunken in his natural, but he didn't have enough money to build the Sunken yet. He's gonna get another Overlord over here. With that Corsair. Those 3 Corsairs he got out, really doing some work. 1 Sunken in the natural, no drones to drone drill, is going to pick that off really quickly.
GG.
All right, GG is called. Wow. Nice game from both sides. Very weird game. Wow, those Corsairs were super clutch. Like, imagine if he had gotten that Stargate. If he had gotten the Stargate, he would have lost the game, BenElton. Because those Corsairs won him the game. Are you talking? Hello?
No. I was
Okay.
just enjoying the sound of your voice, Strong. Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
I apologize.
Even on my terrible quality mic.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But apparently,
I try my
we both
best.
have bad mics. I thought I was sounding okay according to 1DM, but no, we're both sounding bad. Rip us.
At least you have decent equipment.
I have decent equipment, but terrible internet, so it's kind of a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, see, I don't have equipment at all. I just have literally a set of earbuds is what I'm casting from. The student life. And then, but my internet's fine because I have Ethernet. So. Really, we even each other out.
We really do. We really do.
Alright, our next map is going to be Escalade. For game number 7, right? And we have a 4-2 lead for Keen right now.
4-2 lead for Keen.
Nice. Just goes, He's so polite. He always waits for us to but we're just killing time.
Yeah, exactly. We're ready whenever you guys are. I'm just as soon get into the game.
Alright, so in the top left-hand corner, we have BenElton, our Protoss player, and in the bottom left, we have DM Keen, or aka LittleChava, our third player. And Chava's up 4-2! The last 3 games have, like, even the game on Overwatch looked very even. The first three games looked rough for Protoss, but the last 3 games looked good.
Yeah, let's see if he can keep up this upward trajectory and make it a series. He's still technically got a chance to win it. It's going to be a tough road. He'd have to win these last 3 in a row, but it's possible.
Yeah, and now we have we officially have 2 wins for BenElton, so I am keeping my matchmaking record of not having an 8-1 or a 9-0. So, I'm feeling good.
And speaking of the wackiness, it's going to continue. We've got 1 base from BenElton.
And 9 pool from Chava.
Oh my god. This is absurd.
Alright. They didn't enjoy the game on Overwatch, guys. They're like, this needs to happen faster now. Do you know how 9 pool pairs with 1 base?
It depends on
speed?
what he does, of course. I think 9 pool speed is a lot worse against regular 2-gate than proxy 2-gate because you're able to defend regular 2-gate.
Yeah, what about just 1 base, though? I think he's just going to go 1 base, like...
Yeah.
1 base Sarah, 1 base Reaper. He's like, man...
I'm pretty sure 9 pool speed is really strong. It reminds me of 9 pool speed against Terran, where you just have to pull a lot of probes and just accept that you're not going to have enough zealots to fight against it.
Yeah, well, the thing is I'm wondering if he can get the block on the ramp in time, and I feel like he might not be able to. But he is going to scout it.
He is going to scout
so we will know. Alright, the drone does come in.
He's scouting it right as the links come
scouts.
out. So
Yeah.
he should be able to get the block in time.
Alright, we do see...
Never mind. With the eggs, it's not any bigger than most ramps.
Yeah. So we do see a probe and a zealot coming down. I'm assuming the second zealot is going to be out pretty quick. And we're going to see how this This interacts. Okay, 2 more probes being pulled. Just kind of block. Alright, man, it's just a block that lasts just in time.
Oh, and the second zealot just pops. Okay. This is fine.
Oh, he needs to put it in the wall, though. Looks like no one's looking at it, so it's fine. Oh, there we go. Alright. So, I guess Protoss is one basing. We're going to see what he chooses to do with that. Reaver is an option. I feel like that's really popular, actually. You could go just like 4 gateway, like, or 3 gate per June, whatever you do that builds on one base. You can go DT. You can go just Stargate anyways, except on one base.
Is that a Stargate that he's building right now, or is that a second gateway?
I wasn't looking at it. It's a cyber core.
I am actually so dumb.
Are you even a Protoss player? Are you even watching the game?
I literally don't even understand the tech tree. I literally don't know. Oh, it's going to Robo. Okay. So
Reaver!
Rebu. Reaver versus Hydra. Okay.
Reaver. Yeah, well, you have to get Hydra. If they do this one base thing, like, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't have an Overlord in the main. So, and usually they'll build a Dragoon. So you actually can't get the Overlord on the main unless you want to sacrifice it. And sometimes you don't even see the tech. But if it's Corsair or Reaver, you can't just go straight 3-edge Muta, which is what Zerg kind of wants to do against this. Because Mutas are super strong against one base Protoss. But you have to defend whatever they decide to do first.
Right.
So he's going to go for Reaver, so he needs Hydras to defend the Reaver. And then he can, like, go Muta slowly, or just wait for Protoss to expand and then put down a third base.
So Muta's not the way to go against Reaver? Like,
you have to go Muta. You want to go Muta. Muta's great, but you have to go Hydra first.
There's just not enough time to kill.
There's not enough time. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. 2-edge Muta. I remember testing this with Tim one time. 2-edge Muta is like you can catch the first Reaver. You have 2-edge Muta, but like it's a bit finicky.
And plus, if they go Stargate, since Keen really doesn't still know what he's doing, if they go Stargate, don't you just lose with 2-edge?
No.
No.
You would probably just win.
Oh my gosh.
Because if you have 6 Mutas versus like 2 or 3 Corsairs, I think. Well, I mean, the first Corsair would come out really quickly, so maybe you still have to go Hydras. I don't know. But usually you want to get like at least 2 or 3 Hydras, and then once you know what tech they're doing, Hydras are pretty good to stop. So like defending against Reaver, you just put like 5 or 6 in each mineral line, then the shuttle can't get close enough to do any damage, and then you can just like defend the Reaver and expand from there.
Okay.
Or slowly tech mutas, basically. Because once you like, if you tech mutas afterwards, you can really harass and keep Protoss at home. Once they expand, or even before they expand, if they expand late. But the thing is off of this opening, 9 full speed that didn't get any damage done, Chava is like really behind economically. Because this 9 full speed didn't do anything. It didn't change Protoss's build at all. Except, it didn't change Protoss's build at all.
Exactly. And unlike, obviously in the last game, he just lost all his probes anyways because of the link counterattack, which there's no threat of this game. But he didn't even cut probes to get the 2 gateways down. So this could be a very extremely strong push from BenElton.
Right. And I think it's really going to depend on the connection of the Scarabs. I think he did scout the shuttle with that bling, but I'm not sure. He should know it's Reaver at this point. I think.
Oh, he doesn't even.
He doesn't see it with the Overlord. But there was a ling when he came down the ramp. Like I think he might.
Yeah.
I think he might have seen it, but I'm not sure. All right, Protoss just coming with the push. I guess we'll see if he decides to drop or just siege the front. Is really going to be the. That's a lot of Hydras. Oh man, no. You need the Reaver connection to go off first.
I think if Keen micros this well, he's just gonna win. Like,
oh, he got Burrow.
So
sick.
Annoying. Oh Oh my god.
He can use the Reaver to kill those Lynx when he brings it back. But it is delaying the expansion for now. He is going to target this Reaver. Oh, and it does... Oh, did he pick it up? I think he did manage to pick it up. Alright, that's really critical that he managed to pick it up. But he is still going to...
I think he still just loses from here, to be honest. Just good micro from Keen. Unless he kills every single drone, let's see what happens. Speed just finishes, but Burrow... Oh my gosh, Zerg.
Burrow? That's really smart, actually.
Just has an answer for everything.
Well, I guess he suspected it was Reaver, because if it wasn't Reaver, I don't think it would have really helped.
Right.
Alright, so we do see...
Well,
yeah, Chava gonna drone behind this. And Protoss is going to expand. Yeah, I'm feeling okay about this from Zerg, except for the fact that he really doesn't have Remed drones. But he can drone now. And he's keeping, like, the way that he's keeping Protoss from expanding with the Burrow is really strong.
Yeah, this has got to be so frustrating as BenElton. I don't think he even realizes yet, to be honest. He doesn't have enough money to... Oh, there we go. He puts down a cannon, gonna kill these eventually. But so many Hydras coming to attack, and really not that much to stop him except for a couple Reavers.
Well, attacking into Reavers. Oh
no
my
cannons,
god.
Though, no cannons and like a minimum of Dragoons to protect the Reavers.
Yeah, but he has 2 Reavers. Okay, he no longer has 2 Reavers. Oh, he has 2 Reavers.
Okay, he's gonna...
I thought one died. One of them was red, and I was like, is this...
This is just the life of someone that has bad micro on my part. Like, every time this attack comes for me, I just lose. And I'm like, oh, okay, this game...
Both of these Reavers are so low. Like, I think Chava just wins now.
Good lord. Dragoon's not very good against
Dragoons are so bad against Hydras, like, this is hurting me.
Even Bisu, BenElton, have you watched ASL? No spoilers.
Oh
but
my
if
god.
Bisu can't make it work, you can't make it work. I'm sorry.
Alright, GG is called. Alright, and with that, Chava does technically take the series win at 5-2. But we are going to play the last games because... Last 2 maps, because that is our end of the world style. That's the way we roll. End of the world style in honor of the apocalypse. Alright, so we are going to jump into our next map here, which is going to be Clayfields. Clayfields is a 4-main map, and it is in the CPL pool, for those of you who do not know it, although I have seen it in a couple things lately, I think.
Yeah, we've had it in RSL, we had it in... I think BSL had it, didn't they? Or am I crazy?
I don't know. I honestly didn't follow last season.
After the
Corona brought me back from the dead.
True.
Yeah, I was pretty much inactive before this. I think I casted RSL with you like 3 times, and I just wasn't playing at all. Alright, we are going to go ahead and jump right into our 8th game. Alright, and we do have BenElton, our Protoss player, top right, and LittleChava, our Zerg player, in the bottom right. So what do we see on this map? Look at that Overlord go.
I'm done.
He's so strong.
Look at this.
How swift.
Gigantic threat to the Protoss.
Look at this. Is just like a hub of information right here. This guy.
Literally, imagine getting free scouting from the start of the game. Must be nice.
Is he gonna proxy again? Or is this just a pylon? Okay.
I think this is
I didn't
just
look
a
this
pylon,
way. I wanted a proxy. Can you build and roll this map? I don't even know.
I don't think you can. We're very, very uneducated, but I do not believe so. On the high ground, at least.
I'm surprised you haven't tried. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Well, actually, you can. You have to be able to base in the middle of the map.
This is actually an unpopular opinion, but I hate proxy 9-9 gating. Like, my Zealot micro is just abysmal. So I feel like, especially against Zerg, I go in there, and then even against, like, 12 hatch, this should tell you how bad my 2-gate micro is. I lose 2-gate, proxy 2-gate versus 12 hatch. And I'm like, alright, well, I'm never doing this ever again.
That's okay. I think Tim lost proxy 9-9 versus 12 hatch, but it was against Dragon, so.
Yeah, Dragon pretty solid.
Alright.
We got gate first, that's fun.
Hey, gate first versus overpool. So not gate first versus 9 pool.
Oh, if he can force him to make the hatchery at a different location, that's actually huge. Like, it's just so much more frustrating when you have two different spots to have to defend.
I think you can. Oh.
Nope. Get wrecked. Oh.
Yikes, he gets the probe. But he's gonna come down with gate expand and probably bring another probe. So it's not like he's just completely out of scouting information, right?
Right. He's not in nearly as tough a spot as if he had lost that doing Forge Fast Expand. It'd be nice to not have to pull the extra probe for gate expand.
Right. Thing is though, Chava did scout this first with the Overlord, so probably he can just wait.
What?
Why did
he
he
going Ling all in?
Does he think it's 2-gate?
I guess he thinks it's 2-gate, but he sent
Wait,
Overlord
no,
the
but
right
he
direction.
sees the Overlord. Okay, I don't know what he's doing.
Can we check BenElton's main base? There's nothing there. Lol. Oh.
For a second there, I thought he was like mind gaming me. Like I thought that he knew something that I didn't know, and I was like, "Where is the thing that I don't know?" And then it wasn't there. But I don't understand because even if it had been like a proxy, he still shouldn't have canceled the hatch off of over. Like maybe it was a misclick. I don't know.
That was totally bizarre. But he just said, I already locked up the series. We just want to get this last one out of the way. We got
Alright, so
but
we didn't get to really enjoy our foreign mid map, but we do have match point coming up for you guys as our last map. Oh, he missed the gate with the Overlord. But he still went overpool, so I still don't really understand why he canceled the hatchery.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Because even if it was proxy 9-9 versus overpool, you should be able to keep the hatch if you micro well. Like he was playing it like he had gone 12 hatch and he scouted proxy 9-9.
Do you need a creep colony down though? Because I mean, I guess he got delayed.
Well, if you go 12 hatch, you do need a creep colony.
Oh, but against overpool, you don't need it.
Well, I mean, you just get lings, and you try and get a creep colony at your natural, I think, is the play. Right. I mean, I guess you can one base it too and put another hatch in your main. I don't know.
So weird. I don't know. Whatever. We're getting into game 9. We got it. As assuming the game doesn't glitch, which is a big ask from Blizzard, I know.
Alright, we do have BenElton in the game, which has been the tricky one to get in the game, so hopefully Keen can also see it.
Check out that.
We get... Yeah, there we go. What are we checking out?
There, where the map preview usually is, there's no map
Oh.
preview, but I guess it doesn't matter if we can still get it going.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't glitch like that other game.
Yeah, that would be the best.
Oh, Sienna says it's a standard glitch for him, so. Alright. So we are going to go ahead and hop into game 9. Our score currently 5-3. Or right? Yeah, 5-3.
We could have another 5-4. A little bit of luck on the last game. Not even mind gaming. Not even mind gaming like the one guy did, bring in 2 probes. Just saying, nope, we're going for 1 probe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically he did bring 2 probes because he lost the first one.
Well,
anyways,
actually,
we do have Chava in the bottom left and BenElton in the top right.
So how do you feel about this map for Zerg?
Not great.
Not a big
Real, not good.
Just easy to split. I mean, 2-player maps.
Do
are
not
almost never good for
enjoy.
Zerg, right?
Well, I mean, it depends on the map. I think they are difficult CBP in general, but something like Bloody Ridge, not as bad. Overwatch, I think, is hard. Matchpoint, I think, might be even harder because you have your third base is either on the low ground, and if you tack into it, it's from high ground to low ground, and mineral only. And then if you get that fourth base up at the top, it has 2 ramps. And then to get to either fifth base, you have to go way far around as far as like walking, like rush distance goes. So it's kind of really difficult to defend multiple bases. Like you can kind of defend 3 bases with like 2 spots or whatever for lurkers, but it just gets tricky to like where to put your lurkers if there's like a lot of different spots that you have to defend. And I feel like it's a pretty easy one to defend for Protoss on 4 bases. I don't know. So I feel like it's tricky. You might not want to go for a long game on this map. You should just see standard build so far.
Forge first, nothing too crazy coming out of BenElton. A little surprised that I guess with the series already locked up, he's just like, all right, might as well get some good practice in with my standard builds.
All right, does manage to get that hatch down really quick with the drone hide. Chava going to wait and scout what the opening is for Protoss. Very standard. Just floating the 2 larvae there, and as soon as he scouts Forge Fast Expand, he'll make 2 drones, yeah. Alright, nice cannon, Nexus, Gateway, everything's looking good.
Yeah.
Alright, what kind of, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, man, I don't know if it was BenElton's choice, but already forcing BenElton out of the main, kind of nice with just 2 Zerglings.
Right. I think he went to check the third house location. It looks like he's coming back now.
What question were you going to ask, though?
I was going to say, what match should I set up next?
Have we had a...
I don't have another one.
Father versus AOT, right?
We had a TVZ, yeah, and we had a TVP, but we've had a lot of TVZ. So I guess we need another Terran. I did talk to Nibelheim, not Lemon, and he seemed willing to play one. So I'm not sure who I should match him up with, though.
Do we have any other
do you
volunteers?
Let me see. There's somebody else that I had asked. Yeah, I don't know that I have. Oh, Silver, but I think Silver might be a stronger player than Nibelheim.
Yeah, that might be a tough.
I think that might be a mismatch. Yeah.
Blind.
So I think Silver and Nibelheim were the two people that I had kind of on my list, but they don't match up.
Going in the way he came out with the Hydra bust.
But hey, different amount of patches. There are many ways to play the Hydra.
There is many ways to win by producing Hydras. That is very true. Very true. Let's see.
Did you see that?
Stargate first, so I feel like it's... I just feel like it's kind of risk-free. For at least with 4-gate, you get a chance to counterattack them, right? Assuming they don't just continue producing Hydras.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we'll see how it goes, right?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
If he just does... One thing that he has done very well is just counterattack with those Corsairs. So, he's probably going to stop as soon as he scouts the 3-hatch Hydra. And Keen holding back looks like he's probably going to save up to a critical mass, or at least wait until the Corsair comes and scouts before he goes.
Alright, I think the Corsair is going to scout these Hydras out on the map.
Yep.
Alright, his screen doesn't jump. Oh yeah, he just saw it. His screen just jumped back, so I think he just went back to his natural. Is adding a cannon.
Will this be enough time though? The cannon's morph super slow.
Yeah, he only had one cannon. I think that this is just the end.
Oh.
Yeah, that cannon's really close as well. Alright, he doesn't target the cannon immediately, so the Zealots are going to get some pot shots off on the Hydras. Tanking a little bit here. The probes are going to be pulled, and we're going to see if there's only one Hydra targeting the first cannon that was built, so it is going to finish, but it is almost dead, and I think this is just GG.
Oh my gosh. Just some...
Classic Hydra bust. Alright, GG is called.
Aggressive play from Keen over this series.
Alright. So that's the way you do it. You don't play a long game, you just Hydra bust them. Alright, so we are going to ask Chava here to hop on a call so we can do a little interview. Just ask him to get on the call. If you guys have any questions for Chava, like I know we're on a delay, but put them in the chat now, and I'll see them by the time he gets on here.
Hello.
Hello. Congratulations on the win. 6-3.
Yeah, I was so relieved once I hit the 5th win. Oh god, so long.
Yeah, definitely a long series, especially that middle game on Overwatch, which I think, in my opinion, was my favorite game overall. How do you feel about ZVP on Overwatch in general? Because I generally feel like it's a little bit hard for Zerg.
Oh yeah, I hate Overwatch ZVP. I mean, I always get into situations like that where I can't really stop the Protoss from expanding. And even if you're in a split map scenario, I feel like it's really tough to come back as Zerg. And I think at some point I was actually behind BenElton in expansions, which is obviously even harder to come back from. But yeah, I just got lucky being able to break his natural and kill all his production buildings. And I mean, I assume at that point he still had a stronger economy than I did because I was pretty much just in shambles. But
yeah, we definitely felt like at that point that in the game, like BenElton at one point, I think he was like 160 to 100 or 90 supply on your part, with like 5 to 4 bases. So we definitely felt like Protoss was ahead in that game, but it seemed like just you got on top of his production, and then he just wasn't able to build units. So even though you were broke, he just had, and he had a big bank, he just had nothing, like nowhere to spend his money at all. Because I know you're an assistant coach on Taming Fire, and we do have Overwatch in the map pool this week for CPL. So I'm sure you want to save some of your strats for your team. But do you have any kind of general suggestions for Overwatch for maybe some of the lower end Zerg players in CPL kind of struggling with that map?
Honestly, I haven't really gone over it with my like tier 2 and tier 3 Zergs yet, but I mean, generally I don't like to have, personally I like just going straight up 5-hatch Hydra, 6-hatch Hydra with Spire, like a standard build on Overwatch. But for the tier 2 and tier 3 players, I'm a big proponent of trying to get them to do more simplistic builds, because those builds have a lot of working parts, and you're managing 3+ bases, multiple different types of tech and everything. So I mean, not to like, I'm not going to say that like I'm encouraging my players to all like 3-hatch Hydra or something, but generally like just lower econ builds, especially for the tier 3s, is what I like to encourage.
Yeah, that definitely seems smart.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like a novel idea on Taming Fire's part. I know, like Hawk, for example, who I've talked to a lot throughout the last 3 seasons, also suggests the same thing for all matchups, even for tier 1 players. Just doing like lower econ, like not trying to copy pro gamers necessarily, because at our level, like you definitely don't need to do that. And they're much easier builds to do that. Like even tier 1 and tier 0 players, it's not like we macro perfectly and perform everything technically perfect. So there's really no point in doing that. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I definitely think that like at lower levels, it's that you're right. Those like the 5-hatch Hydra, 3-hatch Fire, 5-hatch Hydra build is just like, it's a tricky build even just to hit it. So like understand like where you have to build all the drones, and then getting the Spire at a lower level almost feels pointless, because going mutas is so micro intensive that it's difficult to handle even if you have the opportunity.
Yes, and it's the same on Protoss side as well. Like Sair builds are really hard to get your money's worth out of the Sairs. It's just a lot of multitasking, and I feel like most of the time it's really not worth it for the pro. So like just thinking through it now, like maybe 5-hatch before Lair even would be like a good beginner build sort of for ZVP, just to like make sure that you get, because like the biggest issue I see with Zergs across all the tiers in CPL is just not having enough drones, even on 2 bases. Like I always see Zergs have like under 7 drones in their main, because they end up making buildings in their main, but they don't replenish the drones. So just like making sure that you get that backbone of like hatchery production up, more than like trying to keep up in tech, I think is really important.
Right, that makes a lot of sense. Can I ask, because I know that you guys, we've had a Taming Fire assistant coach in our last match, Dragoon, and I know that you guys were practicing with him before his match. Can you talk a little bit about how you prepared for this best of 9, and kind of what your thoughts, like practice-wise and strategy-wise, were going into this match?
Honestly, I pretty much just prepared. I just practiced like the standard 5-hatch Hydra builds, like I was saying. I played a lot against Dragoon. I played against Sigrun or Vigmox's off-race Protoss, and some other friends that aren't in CPL. But and then I just talked through it with my teammates a lot. I didn't really prepare any of these cheese builds similar to Dragoon that I did. It was just the result of like trying to mix it up a little bit. And then as the series dragged on, especially after that 30-minute game, I think you could see that both BenElton and I kind of wanted to end the games quickly, like that 9-pool game on Tau Cross.
Yeah, that was a very interesting game. Actually that game as well was really, how do you feel about 9-pool speed against 9-9 gate?
Oh, so I was really kicking myself, because that should have been like a free win for me at the very beginning. Once I saw the gates in the middle, I should have. I mean, I did make a sunken in my main, but it was a little slow. And then I kind of botched my Ling movement a little bit. I think ideally you're supposed to immediately put down a sunken and not lose all your drones like I did, and then wait for just constantly threaten to backstab the pylon and potentially backstab the main as well. Like, I think Protoss should not have a chance to win, but I just really messed that up.
Right, so like priority number 1 would be sunken down in your main. Priority 2 is to attack the zealots with the lings, and then priority 3 is to like do a 2-ling backstab to the main or target the pylon.
No, I mean, I don't think you should engage the zealots at all. I think you need to keep your. I probably continue producing lings for a little while, but I don't know if I would produce more than like 10. Then the next priority would be like getting a drone out on the map to like take a hidden base, and then just abuse the fact that the Protoss can't really move throughout the map. Like, they're gonna have to try to commit to killing you and your main, but you'll have the sunken, or they'll have to run back to their base and stay on one base. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right, well, I definitely felt like that was very, very nice games on your part. I felt like you really demonstrated a lot of different builds. I especially like that you did a 5-head charger bust with no spire and then one with the spire. And your builds just looked super clean. So I definitely think I am probably going to go back and watch those games. And I definitely think if there's players watching, you should go back and check his builds because they look really clean.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So
yeah, congratulations on the win. Okay.
Speaking of games ending fast, what happened with the Overpool game on Clayfields?
Okay. Yeah, that was another really embarrassing game. I didn't see the gate in front of his natural with my Overlord, or at least I don't think it saw it. If it did, then I'm really kicking myself for that. But I didn't see anything in his natural, so I thought it was another like proxy gate situation. That's why I immediately canceled my hatchery and built a sunken in my main again. But then I scouted his natural and I saw the gate, and I figured I was just too far behind at that point, so I just left.
Right. So even you did have Overpool versus 9-9. So even with Overpool, you're supposed to cancel the hatch.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't think you're able to hold an Overpool ling production against two gateways in the middle of the map. I think that's too difficult.
Okay.
Maybe like a pro gamer could do it, but
with really good micro, yeah. All right. Well, congratulations on your win. I would ask. Okay, I have one more question. How? Like, I know you're a longtime CPL player, and you've just started the season playing in Tier 0, but also being an assistant coach, which is a new kind of tier and position that we added this season. Can you talk a little bit about what that is feeling like and how your experience has been on your team so far this season?
I'm really enjoying my team so far this season, but honestly, I feel kind of the same as I have, especially like last season, where I feel like I'm playing the same sort of supporting role as I always have in Samyang Fire, just trying to help both the players in my own tier and the lower level players, and also just helping like organize some of the team practices and stuff, and kind of get on people's cases to play as much as they can and that sort of thing. But I do appreciate being the assistant coach.
All right. Well, I definitely think that we are lucky to have you in CPL, and your team is lucky to have you. And congrats on your win today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. It was a pleasure to watch you play.
All right. So that is going to be it for us. I appreciate, as always, you guys tuning in. We'll try and give you a little bit of advance notice on the next series, even though we don't have it all planned out yet, but we will definitely continue doing this. Thank you to both of our players.
And to our observer, Zeno
Aku.
Greatest observer. Please show him some love. He's observed like 3 of these matches. They are kind of Titan experiences, and he's not even casting. He's just in the game, kind of flicking around, and I think he's doing an absolutely stand-up job. So really appreciate that contribution.
And appreciate, of course, all you guys sticking through the poor quality. I know everyone wanted to watch Keen, aka Chava, put on some good games, but appreciate it nonetheless. We'll try and keep improving for you guys, keep the quality going up and up.
Yeah, feel free to shout suggestions at myself or Elise on Discord. We will answer all of our messages. And if you have any wants, suggestions, you're a tier 1 or tier 0 player and you are wanting to play one of these best of 9s, just let me know and I will fix it up. We're always looking to improve.
We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.